Your diary is Saturday the 5th of October. See you then.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, jewellerymaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. So visit our website for more information. JewelleryMaker, create, wear, share.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that if you go to jewellerymaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
and welcome to the official start of the weekend. Oh yes, it's here finally. It's lovely to be with you this afternoon. My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky, and it is a pleasure to be joined, for me anyway, the first time with this lovely guest designer whose pieces I put up a few pictures of on my Rebecca Redican Presenter Facebook page a few days ago, and already I think a lot of people have been talking about this jewellery. It is great to say hi there, hello to the lovely Mel.
Hi.
How are you, Mel?
Well, thank you. Yes, very excited.
So, real felted jewellery kit. You've made so much. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes. Oh, yes. Got a bit carried away with it.
You are going to adore these pieces of jewellery, absolutely, for sure. We are going to be chatting more to Mel in a moment or two. Before that, I do have to show you a few little treats coming up. I'm going to be telling you straight off the bat about a special brand new treat I've got coming up for you. When I saw this design, I saw it just over a week ago, and it was photographed, and I thought, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. It's quite unusual. It feels almost quite meditative, quite mindful, but I only saw a picture of one. Bringing to you today for the first time the yin-yang shapes of genuine, natural lapis lazuli. I mean, is it just me, but when you think about the yin-yang shape, don't you think about balance? Don't you think about meditation maybe? Don't you think about mindfulness? Well, what a perfect gemstone to have naturally attributed with that in this incredible shape and style. It's the only ones we've got right here, right now in the entire business, and we are going to be launching them for you in just shy of 2 hours. It is going to be worth the wait, I promise you. I think they're just divine. I can't wait to bring those to you. Speaking of not being able to wait, one of my first sale buys coming back to back are 3 strands that give you this mysterious, quite Halloweeny actually, feel to your jewellery. 3 separate strands coming back to back, your snowflake agate. I love this kind of smouldering sensation it's got. Don't you think it looks a little bit like, you know, when you've had a barbecue or when you've lit a nice fire and all of the sort of coals go a little bit ashy? It's that kind of look, isn't it? It's a beautiful wintry evening set of strands that we've got here, and it is not long we'll be bringing this to you. I'm about to show you a strand now that you haven't seen since January, February, March, April, May, June 2016. Now, obviously, as you know, since 2016, prices in genuine gemstones and other items have elevated. It's amazing to me that we are going to be able to offer you today this strand under £40. Not just because of the gemstone it is, and we have seen over 100% increase in the last 2 years, haven't we? If you remember me showing you these GIA articles about it. But also for the fact that for under £40 today, I am bringing you a perfectly blushing, oh so sparkly, inner glow Kunzite. 2016, it's taken us that long to get this strand back in. Very popular in 2016, sold, done, not until tonight has it been brought back. And that is in this hour, so not long at all for that one either. Should I dive on in? Yes, go on, let's do that, Tom. Let's do that. Let's do it, chain. I want to let you know, this hour is last to stock. This is miss it, miss out hour. So if you see anything you like, please don't hesitate. Please don't hang around. Just dive on in. I'll show you right here, right now, the last few of my 925 sterling silver loose rope chains. Just look at the way this twists. It's got a touch of the Prince of Wales about it, but it's a little bit more subdued. I feel like because you've got sort of more of a gap in the actual links of it, it gives you a bit more of an undulation. That makes sense? If I show you, just look at the drape on that. I mean, that drapes beautifully. It really does. Sue says, hi, Bex, long time no see. For me. Hi, Mel, welcome to the show, says Sue.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here. I'm a little sort of just getting settled back in because it's been a while.
And it's your first kit.
Yes.
Kit shows, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So, as I say, I'm a little sort of apprehensive, but...
We'll look after you.
Yeah,
Do
I
not
know
you
you
worry.
will.
Do not you worry. And you are going to love and adore these kits for sure. £11.95. I have, by the way, if you are looking for the ring, I have already stolen it.
Yes, I did notice.
Yes.
I made sure I made it to fit you.
Yes, and it fits perfectly. £11.95. That is about to fly out. A couple of those left only. Well done. Let's bring you a Swarovski now, one in by itself. And this, for me, has got such a sort of effervescent soul to it. Look in the centre of this and just see that sparkle. It really does. Do you know what I mean? I've got 3 of these and that is it. So we're going straight in and on. I will show you. It's got the back there. You ready for this? My goodness, Dan, how much is that?
Oh, it's £1.
It's only £1. It's only £1. Which is how many pennies, Dan?
100.
100 pennies. How many 50p's, Dan?
2.
Bang on. I've got £1 there for you. That is it. So if you fancy grabbing your hands on it, just imagine, you know, because these are the backs, popping that in a little bit of Cerulean. Oh, hey, why not? Polymer clay. Job's a good one, right? Sold out, sorry. Well done all. I am obsessed, obsessed, obsessed with this strand. Can I show it to you? And then tell you, I've got one. I've got one only. It is genuine, beautiful hematite arrowhead beads. Look at how it looks like the most expensive chain, doesn't it? Aren't they incredible? Isn't it stunning?
Yeah, I hadn't seen that before.
I've literally got one left, Mel. You and I have got no chance. £8.95 only. If you like this and you are going to miss out, I've got some similar items to it. Nothing quite like this one, though. Oh, there's a few of you battling out between yourselves. Quickest was Michelle. Well done to you, Michelle. Okay, similar. If you're on the phones for that, stay where you are. Because it's a similar kind of effect that we've got here. Oh, seriously stuff metallic, absolutely glowing in its beauty. Oh, look at that. Woo! Right, let's see-ish. If I get 1, 2, 3, 4, I probably get about 5 in a centimetre, don't I? Probably. Yeah, I do, because it's 1 mil. So about 5, 6 in a centimetre. Ooh, you're going to get a lot of money for your... No, a lot of gemstone for your money, that's it. For that price point, £6.95. But there is one only. Michelle looks like she's got it. Well done. Well done, Michelle. Oh, this is so beautiful. This one makes me think. Don't forget, Sunday morning show, Spellbinding Laura Binding is launching her unicorn. Sunday evening, do apologise, 7 o'clock. She's launching her unicorn DVD. How perfect would this be on Unicorn Make? Because it just feels magical. Don't you think? What do you think of this, Mel?
Definitely. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I love the colours.
Do you know what? Quite good with some of the colours in your kit.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Because you've got some pinks in here, and you've got some greens, and you've got some blues.
Yeah.
£8.95 for Uno. Yep, one. £8.95. Kat, well done. You've got one. Who else is going to grab one? Susie's got it in a basket. Amanda has. Lorna has. Sue has. Collector. Oh, Lauren, you got it. Lauren, you got it. Well done. Let me bring to you perfection right now. If I just pop this around my neckline, I'm going to have it crossing over at the back a little bit. That to me looks like the most perfect vintage tea rose-like pearl you could possibly hope for. What we're dealing with here is this sort of vintage gold colour of these wonderful shell pearls, and it's the beauty of perfection that these give you that you just wouldn't be able to get any other way. It's strong, it's durable, it is the shape and the variety that Chanel, for example, have worked with for many a year, and today we're offering them to you in 8 perfect mils. Perfect round, great actually with your felt in, also beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's sold out, it's sold out. Well done, well done, well done. Let me bring you some colour now. Little dainty delicate. As I said, we are in miss it, miss out right now. Sorry, I'm just going to take this out of the bag. 2 ticks. Sorry. Ah. Oh, fingers and thumbs. Here we go. Bringing to you multi-colours right here, right now. 4 mil perfect quartz. They're like a stained glass window. I don't know. I've never been to Marrakesh, but I imagine these are the types of colours I might see if I were in Marrakesh. I've already got one gone. I've got one left there for. Well done to you all. Who's already checked out. £5.95. These are flying out the door. Good luck. One left. It's a goner. Wow. Okay. Limited edition. We were hardly able to get any in the first place. I now have just shy of 10 of these. Look at the quality along this strand. Now, when we're talking about this gemstone, we normally expect to see it, I'd say, in sizes maybe 7 to 8 points of a carat. In this, though, genuine real turquoise, and look at that as a visual. Look at that sizeability. So I know instantly just by, you know, sort of looking at this at 65 carats, splitting that across the 7 gemstones, you are going to get bang for your buck. You are going to get that visual whereby one goes a long way in its appearance. Usually, as I say, you get small little pockets of turquoise, because turquoise isn't necessarily something that forms in huge pieces, and particularly in Mexico, actually. And when it does form in big pieces, places like the Smithsonian snap them up, put them behind glass for people to go and look at in their museums. These are real statement pieces, and I've got to say, I adore the colour on these ones. There is a bit of a variation with them. Now that is a should be price. I am in last of stock, so I am going to give you last of stock style prices. You know what it's like here at JewelleryMaker. If we've got 2 or 3 things left in our warehouse in one box, then we'll try and take it to a lower price point so that we can clear out space for new stock. Hence that £100 discount. You've just saved yourself better than half price on these feature pieces, and boy are they features. I've got 7 pieces of jewellery here, and remember, it's a birthstone, and it's a birthstone that's not that far away. Imagine giving this as a Christmas sort of birthstone gift. That would be sensational. These are so sizable and beautiful. Mel, what would you do if you were to get this strand home?
I'm not sure. What size is the drill hole?
Let me show you.
Is it a reasonable size?
There you go.
Could you fit a thin piece of leather through it? Or is
yeah,
it,
possibly, yeah.
Probably a piece of leather then. I quite like, using leather.
Yeah.
I think just one single on a short piece of leather.
Yeah.
To be honest, and necklace.
And let the gemstone speak for itself.
Definitely.
Because I think this gemstone does sing this quality in this strand, because they are so sizable. £100 saving for you. It is on the final 6 though. I've only got 6 now. People with it in the baskets, you're thinking about it, feel free, but do check it out if you want that 100% discount. You know, I was mentioning earlier on the sort of burning embers, maybe when you've lit like a coal fire or something like that. These are the kind of colours that I expect to see just before it turns this kind of colour. Do you think? It almost looks like sort of a scorched earth as well, like parched land, if that makes sense. It looks really, really desert-like almost. So if you are into the current trend, which is everywhere, the sort of animal print trend, this could be lovely to go alongside it, because it's not a million miles away from certain animal prints, actually. We're bringing the entire strand at just £6.95, or are we? Or are we? Last of stock. Last of stock. Tom is going to give you a drop-down deal of £4.95 only. So actually now, if you're considering making, I don't know, stretchy bracelets out of this, you'd easily be able to get 2 sets of stretchy bracelets, maybe even 3, for £4.95. How would you work with this one, Mel?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, as you say, stretchy, definitely.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it?
It's easy, and if you're selling, then obviously it's a nice quick make.
Yeah. And obviously you've sold jewellery and made jewellery and commission pieces for years. Do you find quick makes sometimes can be quite a good income, if that makes sense? You sort of bread and butter,
yes,
as it were.
Yeah, and also with the quick makes, that enables you then to spend more time with your sort of more detailed pieces.
Yeah. And the sort of more high-end price point-wise as well.
Yeah.
Many of you multi-buying on this one with that extra £2 saving. Well done, £4.95. And if you do want to pair it with me first star buy, don't forget you haven't got long to wait. And then it's that Kunzite. 2016, the last time we've seen it. It's fab. Let me bring you some precious metal now. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. This is so fluted in its detail that it looks very ornate. Bales I'm bringing to you now. Let me show you a few at different angles. There you go. Now they state 925 on the inside. They are, there you go. We've been doing some recently that say it's sort of on the top, but this one's kind of hidden detail on the inside where it states it's 925. This kind of luxury, this kind of quality, if you've never seen a veil before, it's very, very simple to be able to attach elements to it, and to attach them to maybe chain you already have, or even corded items that you already have. For example, say you wanted to take this design that Mel has so beautifully created for us, and you maybe turned one of the leaves, you know, you probably, you attached, you know, you left an opening, let's say, on one of the leaves. You could literally pop that onto there and you're ready and raring to go. And that could be on a corded necklace, even on a felt necklace, you know, like a felt base. If you do felt plaiting and sort of knit them in together, they create really nice sturdy bases, which is another great thing about felt. You know, it has got a beautiful feel to it, but it can be built up to be a pretty sturdy bit of kit as well. $7.95 for you. You're looking at just shy of 4 grams of your gold and solid sterling silver. Just look at the way that's glowing. Can't take my eyes off it. This is coming up for you in this hour. It is impressive. Oh, actually, if you like these kind of colours, and if you've been looking at the flowering, I've got a bit of kit that you've only seen once before ever coming up for you today, which helps you create a flower shape without saying too much. But also I thought, if florals are your thing, now it is a while wait on this one. You're looking at $9.45, but I promise we'll make it worth your wait, because I've got over 150, so we're going to do a really good deal on that. Okay, let's go. Oh yes, metallic pearls. Right, we've seen how quick we've been moving on from things in this hour, and I would say to you that if if you want metallic pearls, I've only got 3. Just look at the purpley silvers that you're getting across this.
They're gorgeous.
Are you a pearl person, Mel?
I have got into pearls.
Have you?
Since watching the show, yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't really, you know, much of a pearl. I think I always associated it with more elderly people.
Agree with you. The more sort of traditional kind of, yeah.
Whereas now these are just so much more modern and funky looking, so yeah.
I could not agree with you more. I'm completely and absolutely the same. Pearls for me when I was growing up was always something your grandma would wear, your great grandma would wear, but now, you know, you've seen probably on catwalks and red carpets and watched on telly, you know, big sort of millennial celebrities wearing the quirky and modern shapes and paying big for them. I've ignored that price for a reason. It's only because it's the final 3. I'm telling a lie. I'm not. It's final 1 now. London and Wiltshire's already checked out. Well done. That's 2 different places. $39.95. Add another one to your basket if you fancy it. Let me hold it out so you can see how many you're getting on here, because the personality of these is incredible. Pinks and teals and golds across there. Purples as well, which is my favourite colour, and particularly in pearls, I have to say. $39.95. Oh, it's a race to get that last one. It really is. Everybody pays the final closing price, don't forget, here at Jewellery Maker. Good luck. Ooh. These are so intense. Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, anyone? For collectors, no drill hole on these that I can see on first glance. So these ones are going to be perfect bases maybe for Tree of Lives to actually, or 3D trees, let's say. That is your Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, the absolutely archetypal colour we want. Now remember, when we talk about Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, we are talking about a very unique and individual turquoise, which is a stunning, stunning, bright blue colour. It's the strength, it's the intensity that you're getting here, and you know, we haven't polished these up to within an inch of their life, so that you're still getting a little bit of the sort of raw, rough material as part of this, which just gives it, well, the natural look, you know. These are stabilised, which basically means that colour is steadfast. If you get a turquoise which isn't stabilised, over a short amount of time or longer amount of time, depending on how you store it, it will lose its colour, basically. The colour alters and changes, a bit like with amber. Anywho, that's enough. 45 carats worth, because I've only got a few of these ones for you today. And if you've got £61.95, forget about it. What's that from? Forget about it. It must be from a specific film, though, surely. Maybe not. £24.95. If this does not sell out, it will be back up to £61.95 come 8 AM. And do not forget, if you're into a bit of blue, oh, love it. Oh, I'm so connected to these. I've one left. They've gone. 8 o'clock for these ones. 8 o'clock. Okie pokely. Let me. Hematite. This is a low stock. Did you miss out on any of the hematites before?
Oh.
Get ready. Get raring.
Sparkle off of them.
I mean, you can't move for the sparkle, can you, Mel?
No.
Oh.
Colour's gorgeous.
It's so unique. It's the colour itself really ranges. It's sort of golden reds, but then it flips to green in certain areas and blues. Wow, a real iridescence to these ones. Singular drill hole, and I have got this lovely hexagonal shape. Two left, tell a lie, two left. Your deal, your opportunity is £9.95 today. They are going to look beautiful in your jewellery. I think that even if you just leave them as is, because they've got so much pizzazz, so much personality. I love them. Can I suggest that you do treat yourself to these, because I've got some actually that may well go quite nicely with it coming up. £9.95 for you today. People are thinking about it. You've got it in your basket. What's my stock looking like on these ones? Did you tell me? Okay, I've got two left. That's it. People are sitting with it in their baskets. If you want to grab your hands on this, don't think, well, you've only got 3 left, so I'm not going to get the chance. You have to be in it to win it, don't you? Well over allocated at this point. Loads of you want to grab your hands on that one. It's gone. You know, I said I've got something with it that will go great. I hope you're staying on the phone lines for this. Don't hang up now, because if you missed out on that, you could probably want to get your hands on this one. This is like if you've got any antiques bronze wire, this is going to go incredibly well with your antiques bronze wire. Remember, it's wire work weekend this weekend coming up, and I'm sure you'll have plenty of wire deals on your way. We are bringing to you that sort of rich, almost vintage antique colour with these. So even if you just put one suspended on a piece of wire, I think this is going to look fantastic. We have got a serious amount of sparkle. What does this colour make you think of, Mel?
I was just thinking how autumnal it is. Perfect for this time of year.
Perfect for this time of year. The sort of changing of the leaves, that kind of, you know, it's the kind of colour that makes you want to just put on a really big, nice, chunky knitwear and go and frolic in the leaves, isn't it? Do you agree, Dan?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I could see you there. You were like, oh, I've caught on to that. £9.95. That is your deal today, and I'll just hold it out for you. There we go. There you go. Look at that. Oh my days. It's just so impressive, isn't it? It really has got a beautiful brightness about it. And I'll show you actually with... It's a bit different. Don't forget as well, actually, whilst we're talking about interesting things, do not forget that... we've got the lovely Rachel Norris on tomorrow, morning and mid, and then it's Claire in the evening, is it? Or have I made that up? Don't think it's Claire. We'll find out. Okay, we're going to... I thought we might. Let me show you this one. The others have sold out, all of them up until this point. Look at that.
Now that makes me think of a certain brand of coffee.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Yeah, it took me. Yes, it does. Yes, I love these. That colour and it. Oh, yeah, I fancy. Oh my gosh, I've just literally gone to say then I really fancy a coffee now. How long's that been there? It's warm. Oh, that's magic, that. I feel like I don't know, you've just wizarded that there now. And we have got for you today the golden hematite. Can I show it you with the gold? The antique bronze colour? Just to give you an idea of the colours. Yeah. Shall I show you with that one? Oh, no, don't ignore that. £9.95 for you today on this one. It's going to be a lovely ombre of colours. And again, actually, if I show you with these ones... These are so cool. It's agate quartz and agate and quartz. That makes sense. So basically, it's the way in which the gemstone itself forms alongside each other. And we've taken that sort of sweet spot, if you will, of the colours. It's divine, that, don't you think? Do you know, we showed you that chain earlier on. I don't know if we've got any other chain in tonight, but we might do. Oh, we do. But just one of these on a chain, I think could create a real zhuzh. Even a really sparkly chain. You know what I mean? Just one, literally. It'd be beautiful. Silver next. Stay on the phone lines because you can get these two to put in together. So, what's the silver making you think of? Strictly. Oh my gosh, put them all together. Mirror ball, sorted. Yes. Yeah, great idea. I love that. We have got for you here 65 carats worth yet again of your hematite. Remember, hematite is a submetallic luxury. And it is the beauty and the quality of you know, all metallic gemstones. So it has that metal feel, which of course for metal weekends, kind of handy. But yeah, it's this and pyrite kind of quite similar in forms, but with hematite you get a little bit more leeway because of its natural structure and because of its density. £9.95 again. This is the last one that I've got for you. I don't know if the others have sold out. Oh, they will have. I was going to show you ones we have left over, but we don't, so I'm sorry about that. £9.95. They're not hanging around. Well done to every single one of you. It is most certainly autumn now, isn't it? You can completely and absolutely feel it in the air. It's that time of year whereby actually you do just want to get your lovely big roll necks, you want to get your massive coats, you want to take your scarf out, your hat, and you just basically want to, you know, if you head outside, you just cannot wait to get home and get warm. And I think for me, you know, it might not be that you have it in your house, but have you got any, like, maybe little local pub near you that actually has like a real fire in a grate maybe? There's a little country pub near me. I live in Cheshire. There's a little country pub near me whereby there's a big open fire and there's kind of tables and chairs around it. And on kind of an autumnal evening, there's nothing better than getting in there, sort of taking off all of your layers and just sinking into those beautiful sofas. It feels homely. It feels relaxed. It feels warming. And it feels like something almost kind of happy and exciting is about to happen. What I'm about to bring to you now puts all of those into one for me in a genuine gemstone form. I'm about to bring to you your 3 star buys. Do you know what? You know, I was talking about kind of the fire and kind of the logs sort of crackling in the hearth. Genuinely. Don't you think that's got a bit of a sound of it? You can imagine it, can't you? You're sat there, you've just come in from the cold and your cheeks are sort of prickling because they're so cold. And then you see those beautiful blazing flames, and at the heart of it, those slightly charred logs or coals even. It makes me think of this time of year. It makes me think of autumn. And do you know what? Actually, myself, you know I'm a crafter anyway. I've crafted since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. These, to me, reminds me of the skeleton leaves. I don't know if you've ever worked with them. I'm sure you will have done. If you've not seen them before, they are literally leaves that have the sort of skeletal form to them. And you use them in paper crafts, amongst other things. That's what these remind me of. That matrix of veining throughout. If you two are feeling that autumnal vibe, your graphics are now live on these ones. It's the larger sizes in the 10mm that we're bringing to you, and they have just got that sort of smouldering hearth feel to them that I think is absolutely beautiful. We are bringing to you your snowflake agate today, and they just look so... well, yeah, autumnal, so smouldering. And of course, a little bit Halloweeny. That kind of webbing, that netting that maybe you would only be usual to seeing in the likes of your turquoise, for example. With that kind of matrix effect, that webbing, just adds interest. It adds something a little bit extra. Bringing these ones to you today as a star buy are just £7.95. And remember, I'm offering you 2 more sizes. So as not to confuse, remember that this is the size I'm showing you now, but I'll put the other 2 alongside it so that you can get an idea of how you might maybe work these in different sizes. Oh, do you know what? Do you know those graduated necklaces that have the 3 different colours there? Imagine doing a design like this, but all in one colour. This would be gorgeous. I'd love the idea of doing that. So doing that design, but with all the same colour and all the same sort of, feel to them, I think that's going to give you the type of thing that you could throw on, maybe over the top of a little black dress that you've worn 1,002 times and you always do because it's comfy, and you want to give it a bit more of a zhuzh. I think they'd work quite nicely, actually. What is good about 10mm, for anyone who's never worked with a big 10mm, Mel?
To be honest, I don't really use the 10mm a lot myself.
Do you not really?
No, I prefer the smaller, daintier sizes.
Are you a bit more of a sort of delicate kind of jewellery?
I like doing the channel setting and things like that. So, but I'm guessing, I mean, they're not too large for a stretchy, I wouldn't have thought, for a male especially. Yeah. And those colours would work really well.
That's a really good point, actually. Very, very unisex in their look. And actually, you can get leathers that have that kind of crackled effect, can't you? I can't think what it's called now. But you can get leather that almost has like a crackled effect to it. Yeah. £7.95. Hello, Gertrude. Hello, Claire. Hello, Marie. Hello, Bristol. I'm moving on to 8 now, if I might. If I might. There you are. Let me show you these ones together again, and then I'll zoop away. Ooh. Oh, before I get rid of the 10mm, can I just let you know? Rachel Norris is on tomorrow. She's on the morning show, she's on the mid show. She's on 10 hours. Well, we'll give her breaks in between. You know what I mean? We're nice there, yeah? Yeah, you can give a 5-minute break here and there. But yeah, she's on the morning and she's on the mid. And on the mid show, she has got this copper sheet that she's created these creatures from. They're awesome, as I know you can imagine. But I'm just thinking with the big metal sheet, something like this to balance it out would be fab. If you want to have a quick nosy at those pieces, do have a look on my Facebook page. Put a few of her pieces up on there. But yeah, it'd go really nicely. I have got Moldavite tomorrow, yeah. I have.
Would the 10mm work as a ring?
Great idea. Yeah, of course.
Looking at the size of it there.
Yeah.
Just a single one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. What did you say, lovely? Did you just call me an Ewok? Oh. Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah, I've also got tomorrow the multi-gem. At 5 o'clock. Oh, no, wait, in that 5. Oh, no, multi-gem, yeah. Multi-gem, that's coming up for you. I've also got the Moldavite, and I've got Cerulite, which I did not know we actually did here at JewelleryMaker. I've never seen us do that gemstone here. So, yeah, that's all coming up for you tomorrow as well. Oh, and we've got the last of Carson's as well, haven't we? Oh, we're still going on tomorrow. Still going on all weekend. I mean, felting today. Wire and more wire over the weekends. Pretty bad one to get involved with. £6.95 for you today. Again, I'll show you with the others to give you an idea. There we go. If you've never ever bought felt from us today, today is definitely your day. So yeah, this one's the one on screen. I'm going to do this one next. This one is already available for you. So if you do want to grab all 3 of the sizes, you can, you know what, if you want all 3 of the sizes, I've got an alright quantity of each of them. I've got just about 80 of each. In fact, is that a lie? I'm looking at the wrong thing. About 70 of each, let's say. So if you do want to grab all 3, do feel free to dial on in when I bring you the last one, which will happen about now. So, 6mm now. This is a gorgeous size for your earrings, for your channel set bracelets. I like 6mm for hairbands as well. We are bringing it to you again with that lovely smouldering, crackling effect. So if you do want to grab all 3, dial in now and make sure you are relaying the codes back for all of the 3 sizes. If you're thinking, Bex, I've not taken all the codes down, I'll tell you them now if you grab a pen and paper. The larger ones you're looking at GQPO79. The middle size ones you're looking at LIPO93, and then you've got these ones, and then the larger ones you've got MSPO15. So that's all your codes. Make a note, get calling in. $5.95 on these ones now. And if this is the kind of size that you like, can I draw your attention to my next star buy? Such good quality. Oh, we were having a right good natter about this in the office. I promised you under £40, which I hope already has sparked some interest. I will say under 35, but I'm not going to say any lower than that. Although I could if I wanted. I could if I wanted. This is coming up not long at all, don't forget. But this is the one that's on your screen right here, right now. Just to let you know too that if you did like the look of the big and bulky pieces, these ones coming up in the next hour, I think it is. It is. Okay, folks, I'm going to move on. I've got stuff to do. Last of stock continuing. I forgot about this box. Peacock colours. Oh my goodness, perfect as little additions to the feltwork kit that I'm bringing to you. I love, because actually I don't want to give too much away, but I'll show you some of the colours coming up in this felting section. Those together are, when you look at peacock feathers very closely, these are the types of colours you see coming through them. When you look in the real fibrous sections, these are the types of colours. How perfect, therefore, to go with this kind of tealy colour. I think so, anyway. So, we're bringing to you your 6mm perfect rounds again. Very affordable, says producer Tom. Very affordable indeed. £3.95 on your 6mm right now. What would you think of doing with something like this one, Mel?
Oh, probably small pearls to create a flower and maybe put those in the centre.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Like the stamen of it.
Yes.
Do you know what? I've got some lovely flowers coming up for you, and it's not just in the strands that I've got coming up at 9:45, although it is in Mel's kits. Mel has been playing with her wonderful felt and playing with tools, some of which you might not have seen ever before, and we will be diving on into a demo not very long now at all to wait. So if you're feeling like you really want to be inspired, tonight is most certainly your night. We're very excited about it. £3.95. Good work to you all. Well done. Loads of you in for that one. No problem. Look at that. What do you think?
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Lovely size.
One of these as the centre of something like this. Look how perfectly balanced that would be. Right, so I've brought you this size, I've brought you now the smaller size. What is good about having the same colour, the same type, in 2 different sizes for you?
Earrings are nice to be able to do a graduation.
Yeah.
And again with necklaces you can graduate them. So yeah, it's always handy to have, as you say, the same colour but different sizing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think earrings do in particularly look very elegant when you're able to graduate them, and maybe because quite a lot of high-end brands do it. Maybe, maybe not. £3.95 bargain. Well done to Staffordshire. Hello to Nottinghamshire. Hello Surrey. Thank you for joining us today. It's lovely to have you on board. I've got multi-buyers in with us too. These are your teal green shells, and these ones are your 4mm. Obviously, your others were 6mm. So if you do fancy the variation of the two, do dive on in right now. County Durham, you're thinking about it. Sorry, you've just popped one in your basket. You're thinking about it too. Don't forget, it's £3.95 postage and packaging for the whole day, whether you get one thing or 101 things. So do dive on in whilst you can. Have we called this Mandarin citrine? We should have done. Oh my gosh, I have to take this out of the box for you. Okay, I am bringing to you, if you saw Gem Setting Day the other day, which was, what day was that? I was here. Tuesday, wasn't it? We brought you, with the lovely Hayley Kruger, some ring shanks, and I am sure one of them would have fit this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That veracity of colour is incredible. If we had called this Mandarin citrine, we would have been looking just shy of 3 figures. The strength and the beauty and the buoyancy of this is next level. Now, with citrine, a lot of the time it's tonally very, very watery. It's the impact of this which brings in the pounds and pennies. Remember that only certain citrines will go this colour, that we have no impact on it. We can't choose for it to go this colour. It's very much up to the citrine form in itself. You've got 2 of these left only. Box-worthy quality. Don't shout at you. Should be. Should be.
That's crazy.
That is an incredible, incredible opportunity for the colour of this, for that sensational appearance. If everybody checks out right now, they would be gone a couple of times over. This is £12. It's gone. It's sold out. It's sold out. One person came in and got 2 straight away. Well done to you. I would have done the same. Wow. Okay, let me bring you another genuine gemstone in box form. Ooh. So ruby, technical terminology for a really good intense colour is known as pigeon blood red. No, not the most attractive of descriptions, but it is an industry standard. This is that colour. Pigeon blood red ruby has very genteel purple back palette, and that is exactly what this has. Do you mind if I hold this up to the light? I've got Carson's in tomorrow. Oh, it has. It's got translucency. So the light is just around the halo. I've got one. It's natural. Yeah. Sorry. As soon as I lifted this up to the light and I saw that light was actually going through it, I thought filled, because 95% of all rubies will have that type of treatment on them, but this isn't. Did you just should me? Should be. Should be. Mel, discuss that price with this.
What can you say? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It really, genuinely.
Yeah.
I'm way over allocated. I'm over allocated 7 times over. $14.95. That's well done. Wow. Blimey. Okay, I'm bringing you more goodies. Let's. Bead caps with open jump rings. Well, I have not seen these in a long old time. Have you got any genuine gemstones that maybe have no drill hole? Do you have any genuine gemstones that maybe have got a drill hole, but actually you don't want like a head pin or whatever sticking out the other side of it? If so, something like this is great for you to be able to use. Dab of glue, pop your gemstone in there, set it, you're ready and raring to go. But also, of course, these are going to be great to add little charms. For example, if you made a felted charm. So imagine making a perfect round bead maybe, or a teardrop shape from your felt. You could attach that into that, and that then all of a sudden becomes a charm Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or you can make that a pendant or whatever. If maybe you're not that au fait, let's say, with wire work, and you don't really know how to make a bail, doesn't worry, doesn't matter. It is an open jump rings as well at the side, so you don't even have to, you know, break a chain apart to add it on. You just open it up, hook it on, jobs are good. And £2.95, and that is a pack of 8 of these ones. So lovely if you did want to cluster these in between certain gemstones, actually. What do you like? What would you do with these ones? Because they're a bit unusual, aren't they?
They would be quick makes for craft fairs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what would you add to them, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go through my stash of stones.
And you have a stash, don't you? Yes. We were talking about this earlier. You'd have to have a little route through.
Yeah, I'd have to... you'd want to pick a stone that sings on its own, so that's all you need, the simplicity of a bail. And then, as I say, let the stone talk for itself.
And let it just do all of the talking for you. Dan, can I be a pain? Can you hand me that
Some of the amber would look amazing. I
am already excited for the amber weekend. Dan, you're ace, which is ages away. It's in December, but I'm still very excited. Let me open this up, just because I wanted to give you an idea of how you can just open it. The Amber Astronaut. Yes. Is that on that weekend, is it? It's in Space Week. Oh. Space Week. Return to space. They are. Just to show you how you can use these, say, in a stretchy bracelet. There you go, in between it. Add a little pendant on it. Just as an idea. There you go. That's how you could use it. Okie pokie. Black Spinel, don't mind if I do. Never mind if I do. Black Spinel and Kunzite go so well together. Say the number again. Yeah, no you did. Oh no. It's alright, no it's fine. Have a little look. Really individual and unique shape you've got here. And these ones have got... They're almost like a condensed bicone. So imagine a bicone that obviously goes to 2 points, but then shortening that down or kind of taking off the end so that you just get that big sort of bowed out centre. And because of this, you get, I think, more of an impact of sparkle, because although there's less surface area, you obviously therefore get more different, more individual stones within a strand. Does that make sense? Because they're kind of squatter. So because of this, when you're seeing Black Spinel, which remember is one of the most highly reflective of all gemstones, when you see your Black Spinel, you get that sparkling quality on the surface, even more so, I think, and even more impressively in a strand like this than you actually would a bicone. But you can use it in the same sort of manner. We are bringing to you 60 full carats worth on here, and you know I said I think it looks great with Kunzite. Let me just show you, because I think it really, really does, particularly actually this strand, because of that strength of colour that you're getting in there. We are bringing to you a $9.90 to a $29.95 price point as a should-be deal. But for you today, we are going to give you a drop-down deal. And it is just $17.95 for you. That is all you're paying for these ones today. They are so highly sparkly. The reason I'm showing you these is because I'm imagining the sort of yin-yang shape. And imagine him just popping one here, maybe with like a head pin or whatever, or a little bit of twirl of wire, and actually having that, you know, over the stopper as kind of a connection point. Because you imagine that's that sort of yin-yang shape. You imagine the density and the sparkle of the black as well, don't you? £17.95. Are you a bit of a magpie, Mel? Are you a sparkly? Are you a... do you go for sparkle now and again? Well, you must like a bit of sparkle if you like amber.
Yes, I do. I love the opals. I love the as you say, the glow, the colours, the sparkle that come through the opals. But I also love the very rough cut, raw sort of looking, like our diamonds, the rough cut diamonds that we do, because I love sort of like back to nature and how things would look like when they come out of
the ground.
Yeah.
I like that. We have got some opal actually coming up for you tomorrow, which is not just any old opal, it's a faceted opal, which honestly, you know I love my opal. It is honestly like the best opal strand I've ever seen us do. It's incredible. But I thought I'd give you an heads up. Just a heads up. Let me dive on into now rose gold. Aha! Over base metal. You can feel the weight of it, lovely. Oh, well, this is almost too useful. If you're into seed beading, if you're into big cuffs, if you're in... Oh, look. Look at that added sparkle that these bring to you. Wow. So these ones are your perfect for, say, your multi-strand bracelet. For anyone who is brand new, who's maybe not seen these before, what you can do with something like this is, if I pop those two down, you see you've got the simplistic loops here. From the loops, you could add, for example, some chain. Add some loops in there, link the chain on, bracelet sorted. Or, of course, pop in some gemstones. And essentially then, that is the clasp for your bracelet. It's got the extender on there as well, so you can vary the size, which makes it great if you're selling your jewellery and you don't know, you know, most people, I would say, do not have a clue what their wrist size are. Now and again, people don't know their ring sizes either, but wrist size, I would say, is definitely a big one that not many people are 100% sure on. So to have that extender just gives you more opportunity to make a sale, to be honest. Bringing to you today 5-pack of these ones, and of course you can break them down to be individual pieces if you don't want to use them as clasps. Great for your seed beads though, great to actually stitch into shibori or even maybe felt actually. Possible. £5.95 for you. It's beautiful. A little drop bead effect on the end, Ollie is particularly fond of. Yeah, it's a lovely little addition, that, isn't it? It's the shape, he says, that's taking his eye. Because do you know what, Ollie? It's a drop that's a drop. Do you know what I mean? There's something quite nice about that, isn't there? You think that's what you were getting at? No, maybe I agree with you. It's just a little finishing flourish, isn't it? Finishing flourish. Let's go. Say that again. Honestly, thought you said Bacardi chain. Bacardi? It's new. Turquoise chain, low stock. This is the one I gave you that mischievous peek of before. If you want shine and sparkle unlike anything else, you cannot go far wrong with a chain like this. When you think of decadence and sparkle of any chain, actually, a lot of us will naturally go towards silver, because remember, silver is one of the most highly reflective metals out there. It gives us back 95% of the light that hits it back into the eye. So when it has as much depth and angular sort of nature to it as this does, it gives you sparkle upon sparkle. It's only $11.95 for you. One of our most popular chain styles we've done. But I've got to say, it's probably been, honestly, about 8 months since I've seen a Turquoise chain. 23. Let me bring to you the twists. This is the type of chain that sort of moves with your body, and I love it for that reason. It drapes and suspends itself dependent on how you wear it. So it's $9.95 for you today. I'll hold it out, I'll give you an idea. $9.95 only, and I've literally got one. So if you fancy it, do dial through ASAP. And speaking of which, don't forget I've got this Kunzite coming up for you. Not long to wait. 2016 since we've seen it. We have seen big price increases in the industry. But as you know, we like to book the trend here, don't we? I have got coming up for you today an epic amount of jewellery made by our wonderful Mel. I cannot wait to show you all of this, and of course dive into demos of tools you might not have seen before. So do not go anywhere, we've got so much to come. I'll see you on the other side of this.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If you'd like more information on up-and-coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Kunzite is one of the best loved genuine gemstones in one of the weirdest sounding families. There's you know, the beryl family. Oh, ethereal, gorgeous, you know. Sounds quite expensive, doesn't it? The beryl family. Even the quartz family has got a bit of something about it, doesn't it? Quartz, it sounds expensive. And then there's the spodumene. Doesn't sound quite as luxurious. But I kind of love that about this gemstone, because the family name that gives you some of the most revered but lesser seen gemstones on the planet actually gives you one of the most revered amongst collectors. I'm not saying that you're going to nip down your local high street and see big billboards for this genuine gemstone, because it is not one of the most easily attainable gemstones, and therefore big companies wouldn't necessarily spend X amount of pounds promoting it, because stocks are limited, and also because possibly it's something which is a little bit of a collector's favourite. This gemstone, however, though, has still been used by some of the biggest retailers in the world. And what retailers look for when they buy this genuine gemstone generally is an evenness of colour, and the colour you want is, well, it's a matter of opinion, but the colour most people want isn't watery, it's not too dark, it's not insipid, it's this beautiful, quite ethereal balance of kind of lavenders and pinks all in one. But also what you want is a dazzle underneath the surface. What you want with this gemstone is an effect of almost buoyancy that dances and pirouettes inside each stone. I've got all of that and more in this strand, not seen since 2016. Your graphics are live. So if you fancy getting your hands on one of the most beautiful, famed gemstones, remember, you know, it's named after the famous gemologist George Frederick Kunz, who is you know, a very much kind of figurehead within the gemstone industry. Out of all of his history and all of his time, to have this gemstone name, you know, after him, I think that really goes to show something about the stone itself. It's unique, it's diverse, it's strong, it's intense, and this strand in particular, as I said, you're looking for two different things. You don't want it to be insipid, you don't want it to be too dark, you want it to be that kind of sweet spot, or gamma point as we refer to it. Gamma point is kind of an industry term. It essentially refers to a percentage between dark and shade that is right for that gemstone. That is what you want, that is what you look for, and that is, in my opinion, what I've got. It's not even 2% too light or 2% too dark. It's the perfect type of tone, let's say. And the actual hue itself is that, what I would say, pinkish, lavenderish kind of colour that I love seeing in Kunzite, because Kunzite can be a little bit creamy almost sometimes, and sometimes it'll have a bit of a yellowing back palette. This one does not. It's pure, it's fresh, and because of that purity and because of that beauty, I think the chatoyancy really shines through. And actually, if I show it against the black, just see the ripples of light that pirouette underneath this gemstone. It's due to the layers and the structure of this. So remember also, Kunzite is a glowing gemstone. It stores energy, and that is exactly what you're getting the essence of right here. You're getting that essence of the light sort of prevailing through this. Can I just let you know that in January, February, March, April, May, June 2016, when this was last seen, we played it on air for £12 something. The fact of the matter is, as I've said to you, and I've shown you headline news and I've shown you GIA papers about Kunzite and many things that have happened over the last 2 years, and the fact that this has had a nearly 100% increase in price in 2 years because of the mine, because of the infrastructure of the gem world, because of that very big company buying a massive amount and promoting it massively. The fact of the matter is, this is a 2016 price, and I'll let you know precisely why that is. And I think this goes to prove how we and who we are as jewellery maker. This is not a repurchase. This is something which has been in our warehouse. We haven't seen it in a while because basically we've got a massive amount of stock in our warehouse, and sometimes it just kind of it's not in your polder, it's at the bottom of a sheet because of its age. The fact of the matter is that this is not a repurchase. If we were to repurchase this now, fact, we would pay more than we did when we bought it in 2016. Fact, we would pay more, and therefore, fact, you would pay more. Of course you would. But this is not a repurchase. This is not a repurchase. We purchased this strand in 2016. It's fallen to the bottom of the polls. You've seen Simon on Simon's Picks, one of our managers come in and say, look, sometimes we have to clear out stock, etc, 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 and therefore we do X, Y, and Z to do so. He talks about our polls, he talks about our scheduling, and sometimes in our warehouse things can fall to the bottom of that, and it's essentially, oh my goodness, we've not seen this in ages. Oh blimey, brilliant. Let's pop it on show. That is exactly what we're doing now. If maybe we were not the type of business we are, we would go, right, we know for a fact in the last 2 years there have been almost a 100% increase in price point, therefore let's reflect that. Yeah, so what? We haven't paid that extra, but we could do that. We haven't. on January, February, March, April, May, June, the 7th of June 2016, which is the last time this was seen, it was £12.45. And still today it is £12.45. And I think this is why you love and adore Jewellery Maker. I think this is why you believe in us and you trust in us, because we are absolutely and completely open and honest about things like this. Yes, the prices have gone up. And yes, this is something that we essentially lost. So no, it's not a repurchase, and therefore we're going to price it accordingly. We would genuinely, if we were to repurchase this now, we wouldn't be able to resell that to you at this price. 100% we wouldn't. We know we wouldn't. So well worth grabbing it because of the quality of it. It's amazing. And I think as well with it, when you're seeing that kind of size and shape and quality, you're always thinking, I want to craft, I want to craft, I want to craft. And that is exactly what we're about to do now, because we're over at Crafters Corner with the lovely Mel. Hi, Mel. Hi. So, how are you feeling about your first proper kit?
Yes, excited.
You've made so much jewellery with this.
Yeah, I did get a bit carried away.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your jewellery making journey. So you were saying you've been doing this for years and years now.
Yes. I initially started, I walked into a lady's house to walk her dog, and went through into the kitchen, and there were some jewellery components on the table, and I looked at it and thought, oh, looks interesting. Spoke to her about it, and that was the start of me making jewellery.
Wow, so kind of a fluke meeting then?
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's brilliant. So we have got a lot of jewellery made up by Mel today, and you've got some tools as well coming up that we're going to show you how to use. For anyone who's never done felting before, you've shown us a real nice range here of pieces that anyone can get involved with.
Yes, yeah. I thought for those that have never needle felted before, that to get your head around how to make a shape with a needle and a bit of wool can be quite tricky. Yeah. So I thought if I go along using your new tool, which I've never used before, and using some pastry cutters, these are the things you can make.
And so it gives you such a professional finish. And we are going to dive on into the kit. Now, we are going to be showing you needle felting techniques, but just as a reminder, whether you're into your needle felting or your wet felting, you can use the same varieties of felt. And I've got to say in this instance, and I've said this, because obviously we've done felt here at Jewellery Maker for years. We haven't seen it in quite a while, but many years ago we would bring you felt regularly. I've always said it, and I still stick to it. I think our wonderful felt comes in such a brilliant range of colours, but the quality of it's lovely as well, isn't it?
And I love these pastel tones.
Yeah. This is the kit that I am about to bring to you right here, right now, and you are getting it with a full findings pack as well. Let me just remind you, we are talking about your wonderful felting wool tops. And what I really, really like about these ones that we're bringing to you is the actual strand length.
Yes.
They are lovely long strands of these. So different felts, of course, come from different types of wool, from different types of sheet, and sometimes they can be so small, the actual fibres, it's a little bit fiddly, maybe. Obviously, it depends on what you're trying to create, but I love these lovely long fibres because they're great, therefore, for the wet felting as well as for your needle felting. When you're looking at felt like this, you know, who do you think can get involved with felt, if that makes sense? Who do you think likes felting?
Oh, anybody, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I was trying to think how I got involved in it. And I'm pretty certain that a friend of mine does a lot of wet felting and needle felting, and I'm sure that it was seeing her work that inspired me to have a go.
And so how long have you been working with felt?
Well, that was another thing we were trying to work out. I think it's got to be about 6 years now.
Wow.
So, but this is the first lot of actual jewellery stuff I've made, because I've always made characters and dogs and animals and things like that. So it's only recently that I've actually turned it into jewellery.
And it works perfectly with jewellery.
Oh yes, definitely.
It does.
Yeah.
Because remember, you know, wool itself is an organic, and we work organics with jewellery, whether it's pearls, whether it's amber, they're organics. This is obviously slightly different, but we use feathers, we use ultra suede. So I think to be able to use this beautiful material that is of Mother Nature, remember, it's not hand processed, it's not handmade. Yes, of course, it's coloured, isn't it? But we are bringing to you a massive, massive amount in here, 5 grams in each, and that's what you've got left,
This is what I've got left after making.
And don't forget the ring I'm wearing as well. Bringing to you the Findings pack as well here, £14.70, not your closeout price. Can I just remind you as well, if you do your research on felt, and please absolutely do, you are paying varying amounts for varying qualities. The quality and the colour, the strength, the steadfast nature of this colour as well, all for not £14.70 but £9.95 is a late show special, and you have your chance to grab it now. What do you think?
That's brilliant, because also it's getting the array of colours. When I've gone out, I have to buy 1 bag per colour.
Yes.
So you end up, and you can see how much I've got left.
Yeah.
So if you've never had a go, this is perfect, because, as I say, you can make so much stuff, and you haven't got to go out and buy loads and loads of different colours.
No.
So,
and the colours are, of course, thought out by our lovely kit team, and you know, sometimes with the help of our guest designers, so that they work beautifully in together, which you can see in this jewellery. They work sensationally. If you're looking at these and you're going, hang on, where's the pink and where's the purple? Mel thought she'd have you a little sneak peek of the other kit, so we have got some other colours coming up. These ones are your more pastels, the other ones, how would you describe the other ones? A bit more...
brighter, bolder colours.
Yeah, brighter, bolder. So it's a little bit of something for everyone. This is your time to have a go at getting into felting. You can go into your local hobbying and crafting stores and buy, you know, starter kits that might be sort of £10, but you might get sort of 2 colours in that, you know, like a black and white colour, for example. This is a range of colour, it's so affordable, and it comes with your findings. And of course, we're going to have a demonstration for you as well. So, Mel, let's dive in. We're learning something a bit floral, aren't we?
Yes, I thought I would show you how to make the small flower using one of the needle felting boards.
Now, these needle felting boards we have, we'll bring that to you in 1 second-ish from now. So this is great for your needle felting, and we'll show you how to use this now.
Yes. Because you're working with a small cutter, you need to use a piece of paper to go over the top. Otherwise, the wool will go straight through, and in fact the actual cutter will sink in.
Yeah, yeah.
So the easiest thing is to place the paper down first. I'll do a yellow one. No, I won't. I'll do a blue one because it'll show up against the white better. When you get the wool, just take a little and pull it off. You don't really want to cut the wool.
And why is that?
It knits together. You really want the ends, loose ends, to help knit together. So once you've taken a small amount, sort of rough it up a little, and then pop it into, push it down into your cutter. We have some needles coming up, and we have some different gauge needles. When I get them, because they look exactly the same, I put either a bit of nail polish or a little bit of tape, so I can tell which is the thicker and which is the thinner one. So I'm starting with the heavier needle, and you literally just stab in and out, going right round the edge of the cutter. What you don't want to do is you don't want to push too far, because the further you push, if you watch the needle, if you push it too far, the needle will push the wool right through that depth.
I see.
So you want to keep it fairly shallow.
Okay. So this is the thicker needle that we're working with to start off with.
And you can actually hear when you're just piercing the paper. And it's wasted energy, unless you particularly want to stab it vigorously. If you've had one of those days, then you might
then maybe.
to.
Can I ask you why we start with the heavy tool first?
It will knit it together a lot quicker.
£5.25, by the way.
Yes, it's a lot quicker. After you've stabbed for a little while, you then want to, I find it easier to slide it, and then I turn the whole thing over. If you stay in the same place for too long, you'll break the paper, and it will then stick to the wool.
And also it changes the texture as well, doesn't it? Do you mind if I borrow that a second? Because on this side, it looks kind of fragmented, because that's the side you've been stabbing, but then flip it over, and you can see how it's knitted in.
Yes.
So does that even it out by flipping it back and forward a bit?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a case of carrying on doing this. I don't know if you want to bring anything to air while I have a little bit of a stab.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
It takes a little while.
Let me bring the finer needles for you. And also, I will just say, remember, your needles themselves come in little contraptions like these, which keep them nice and safe. And you might think, hang on, you know, why? What's special about these specific needles? Why can't I just use a pin from a sewing kit or whatever? Is that what you were thinking? It's because they're burred ever so slightly. So let me show you on. I'll show you on each of them. Well, they're ever so slightly burred, and you can feel it when you run your fingers over them. They've essentially got the sort of triangular formation to them. So they're not really sleek, they're not kind of highly polished. And it's because of this section here, you know, you don't need to use this section, that's going into the handle. But it's because of that section there, it essentially changes the internal composition of the felting itself. So if you imagine a little bit, I know this is a bit of an odd one, but you know, if you've got a knot in your hair, you know, your hair's knotty, and if you kind of just try and drag the hairbrush through, it actually makes it worse and more knotted and more knotted. It's kind of like that's what it's doing with your felt, but you want that to happen. £4.95 for the finer ones as well for you today. So you move on to the finer ones in your pieces. Pop them back in. There you go. I'm back with you.
Where I've felted it, you can see that it's now starting to take shape.
Yes, of course.
But it's still, if you feel it, it's still a little spongy.
Yeah, it's still got a bit of bounce to it.
So now I'm going to pop it back in and move to the finer needle. And as I say, making sure you go right to the edge of the cutter.
Does that give you a more defined floral shape?
Yes, yes. Felt will naturally condense down, and you can. What I'll show you after this is how to define the edges a little bit more with the needle.
Great stuff.
And it will reduce the size as well. But yes, it is very repetitive, but it's quite relaxing in some ways.
I find felting really, really relaxing, because I started felting doing wet felting and doing, you know, like flat designs to put in frames, etc. To, you know, painting basically with felt. That's how I first got into felting. And that is quite messy, because it's a lot of rolling, there's a lot of water and sort of, you know, foam and stuff everywhere. It's a little bit messy. And so I tried out needle felting, and I found that it is one of those things, as long as you're careful, you know, you look at what you're doing, you can have, you know, a TV programme on in the background and kind of relax and pay attention half and half
really
at the same
watch
time.
TV, you can listen to
have it on in the background, yeah. But it's quite a sort of relaxing medium, I think. It's not, I find some certain types of mediums can be a little bit stressful if you're not careful. Whereas this is quite, almost like if you like knitting and crochet, I think you might like this.
Yeah, I can't do knitting or crochet.
Neither.
No.
I can crochet, I can't knit though.
No.
But
I can sew.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah, my mum was a seamstress, so she passed on a lot of her
that's beautiful.
skill to me.
That's lovely.
Right. Once you've done that.
So tell everyone why you're doing that in your hands.
Just giving it an extra little helping hand to knit the fibres together.
Makes it a bit firmer again, doesn't it?
So you can see it's already shrunk down quite a lot in the depth. You can use this tool, but I also use, I think you're currently going to try and source some of the foam boards for later. But I just find this slightly easier for defining the edges.
We have got a foam board here.
Oh, fantastic.
That comes with the teddy bear kit. So this, you sound very happy about this.
I've seen the teddy bear kit.
Oh my gosh, the finished piece is absolutely stunning. So this is a great kit as well for you to get your hands on, and it comes with the teddy bear collars. Now the box isn't in here, but it does have a picture of the teddy bear on the box. Tell you what, when we load the code, I'll have a little look online if we've got it on there, unless we've got one. So let me just show you the different colours that you get in here. You also get the felt board, and you get 2 of the needles in here. Tell us why you like using this kind of board, please. The sort of foam boards.
Well, I use both.
Yes.
I just find that this is a little, to try and angle this needle in, I just find it there's a little bit more movement when you're sort of going in at this angle, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same as doing on one of these boards. I can't explain it unless you actually
try it yourself.
No, you'll see what I mean.
It does come with an instruction manual as well. I have looked on JewelleryMaker.com and afraid there's not a picture of the finished product on there for some reason. But with the box, it does come with a picture on the box, and it comes with a diagram of exactly how to use it, and you get everything you need in here to make that teddy bear. The full kit itself with the beautiful, and this is a slightly coarser felt. As you try different felts, you'll find the one that suits you. Up, Dan to the rescue. Not all superheroes wear capes, and I think you proved that tonight, Dan. Thank you so much. Look.
So cute.
How cute. So this is what you can learn to make, and it's a really, really good, I won't sort of, show you too much of it, but it's a really good step-by-step instruction manual that you get in here, photographed really nicely, tells you exactly what you're getting, and teaches you how to make this beautiful.
And I'm sure with Gemma Crow's
squirrel
this morning, a lot of the techniques would be the same.
That's a great point to make.
The teddy bear.
So grab it whilst you can, $15.95. I'm back with you and your foam board.
Right, so as you can see, where I've gone round, the shape's gone out slightly, and this is where you have to be a little careful because the needles do break quite easily, and you need to keep them straight. So to redefine the edging, just keep your fingers either side and just stab gently in and out to push the wool back in to create the petal shape. And then what I tend to do, just to even it out, because when you're pushing through, I don't know if you can see that, the wool fibres have come through. So if you turn it over and then just very gently, what I tend to do is rest my finger just above the end of the needle, and then that prevents you from pushing the needle too far down.
That's a good tip.
And that way you don't then push the fibres back out the other side.
Great tip.
So just very gently working your way over those. And then, as I say, you can carry on with this technique to reduce the flower down to whatever size.
And if you did want to do a big flower, like your brooch that you've created,
yes,
you used this new tool which you haven't used before, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's still very, very floral, but it's a totally different scale, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. But that's done in exactly the same way.
So do you put this over the brush board?
Let me get another piece of paper. So, and I'll show you one thing. You've obviously got the large and small petals.
Yep.
But this is also a leaf. And what I discovered when making the leaf, it looks very much like a antler for a deer.
Oh, well,
So-
that is clever. Are you thinking Christmas?
Yes, definitely.
Hey, and that could be a nose for, you know, everyone's favourite reindeer. Well, not necessarily. Let's face it, Dancer's pretty rad, wasn't he? But yeah, hey, that's a great idea.
This tool comes with amazing instructions as well.
That makes such a difference, doesn't it?
I've actually got, this is...
Whoa! Oh my
You
gosh!
have a look. There's
Oh my gosh, they are so in
huge-
depth.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
As I
that
say,
is
I've never
brilliant.
used this before. And there is a little tool as well for actually pushing the wool in. But you do...
Only $3.95, just to let everyone know.
that is
$3.95 only.
Crazy price.
Can you pay quite a bit for tools?
These are the best
Your
made.
eyes grew then.
This is the best name I've found. I've tried lots of different needles, and for the very fine needles, I can't find any. I don't know quite what it is. I don't know if it's the material, how they're actually made, because they all look very similar. But the fine needles just go through. There's hardly any resistance.
It's beautiful,
They're brilliant.
like butter. And so the tool made by the same company, I'll just show you again sort of finishing pieces here, but really nice detailed instructions, which I love. Some of them photographs, some of them sort of diagrammed, if you will, really in depth. I mean, that is no mean feat. That's a lot of information, isn't it? So you are going to find the best way to use this tool.
Being dyslexic, I didn't actually read too much of it.
You just look at the pictures
to be
and go
honest,
for
the
it.
pictures are so clear that, you know, you don't actually need to read that much.
No, that's always nice. It's always nice.
But this, again, is the same principle. And what I'll do is, later on, I'll carry on with this. I just wanted to show you how to start it. I'll carry on with it and then show you what I mean about how they look like ants.
I love that. Perfect. £3.95 only on this. It's a really, really sturdy material, which remember you want for felt. You know, I remember one of the first times I looked into needle felting, and someone was using just a stencil. It will not work. Your needle will go through, or sometimes even a very sort of a fine layer of like a metal stencil that you might use, you know, for craft, paper craft, etc. If your needle hits that, the needle's gone, you're scuppered. These are fit for purpose, made exactly as they're meant to be, and, you know, great sort of diagrams on there of exactly how you can use these. You can see how detailed it is. It even goes into detail about like how the fibres actually bend and things like that, which is pretty incredible. It's a really cool bit of kit. So if you do fancy grabbing your hands on it, your finished product is photographed, you can do so now. Let me bring some more felt now. Is this Murano? You can instantly tell, because when you talk about merino wool, we're talking about a variety of sheep, basically, and I think I'm right in saying something like 80%, 75 or 80% of all of this variety of wool in the world comes from New Zealand. They kind of have, you know, dominance over this. And it's been something that's been going on for centuries and centuries. And the reason it's so good, because depending on the type of sheep, depends on the type of wool, depends on the fibres of the wool, depends on the length, it depends on how well they take colour or don't take colour. It means a massive amount, the actual, you know, sheep that this comes from. But this variety, not only does it take colour very well, but the fibres mean you can create a lot of detail. Just a wisp or two of this can make a really big effect. And the fact, look at the length of this. The fact that you have got such a massive amount in here means your creativity doesn't have to stop. You are getting 20 grams worth in this wool. This wool is one of my favourite types to work with. It feels almost like cashmere once you've kind of felted it down. It feels beautifully soft. Don't get me wrong, it can build up in its density still, can't it? It really goes dense once, as you say, imagine all the fibres. So let me explain it to you this way. The fibres at the moment, if I kind of peel them off a little bit, can you see how they're all beautifully lined up? See how they're all nicely kind of lined up? They're all going in the same direction. They're essentially lying like this, aren't they? So if you imagine all of those are kind of one continual piece. What happens when you're needling them is you're actually pushing one side down and one side down and then another and another, and essentially you're knitting these fibres together. And because this type of wool is so fibrous and so long, that's why it's so famous in the felting world. Not all of your wool is from this breed. This to many is seen as the creme de la creme, and yet we do it for £2.95. The first time I saw this variety of wool, fair enough, it was in a crafting store that maybe is a little bit more considered, but you were getting a 10-gram pack for a tenner. It was a pound a gram for this variety, and I'm sure you can get it more highly priced in other locations, but yeah, it was £1 per gram. We're bringing 20 grams, not for £20, but for £2.95, which I think is astonishing good value, because this is going to go on and on and on.
Yes.
And on, isn't it?
Yeah, you can make a lot out of that.
And also, if you do like doing your sort of painting with your wet felting, this is great for your wet felting as well. As I say, sort of making scenes with wet felt, you can do absolutely loads and loads of designs with it. I just love this colour as well.
Yeah, and so my friend used to make amazing scarves with the wet felting.
And remember as well, with wet felting, yeah, you can make scarves and you can make hats and things like this.
Yeah,
that
she's
look
done hats
fantastic.
as well.
Do remember, if you are going to be wet felting with this, you have to take into account shrinkage of it, but do your own research on that as well. But it's definitely something to think about and get involved with. If you love this kind of colour, do you mind if I give a little sneak peek of something I've got coming up in a bit? It's a star bag, but I just thought if you like that colour. Ooh, £8.45.
That's sweet, isn't it? A channel set with them.
Don't mind if I do. One of the most sensational red Spinels we have ever been able to acquire for you here at JewelleryMaker. It is on its way at £8.45. Sorry, I've just craned my neck then. Wow, no, sorry, I was craning my neck because I was like, is it £8.45? Just to double check, yeah. I instantly went to quantity, 25, pot spoiler alert, was 25, and then it went to the price. And I'll be honest, I thought this was the strand that was £100. We have done one really recently that's like a 100, was it £109.95? But this is not that one, it is a lower price. And I don't mean by a tenner. That's incredible. Ooh, I'm very excited. Okey poker Lee, where do you want me to go, Tom?
Don't mind if I do.
So, denser, deeper, this one.
Yeah, that's a large amount of wool there.
100 grams.
Yeah.
100 grams. So this is your Shetland top. Again, remember, all of these are from sheep. I know that sounds stupid, but I just thought I'd make that very, very clear. It's all wool. It's all genuine wool. It's not a man-made. It's not a synthetic.
You can get alpaca wool.
Oh, of course you can. Yeah. Yes, alpaca. Of course you can. That's a good point. But yeah, all of ours are sheep wool, and this is Shetland top, and this is in your olive colour, and you're getting 100 grams worth here. So
see, where I buy my wool, that's the size you have to get. So to get. You've got to buy that quantity, and you can imagine how much I've got at home. Yeah. Because you only use tiny little bits.
Yeah, and I suppose if you have to get every single colour in this amount, you're going to get through it tiny bit by tiny bit, aren't you? This, I think, is a great colour to have a lot of in my... Oh, is a good one. Oh, I'll ask you that in a second. But I think this is a really good one to have in your collection because... it's Mother Nature's colour. If you're going to be creating flowers, leaves, trees, if you're going to be creating anything that's Mother Nature inspired, I use this colour a lot. Again, sort of, you know, if I'm doing, say, a scenic view with my wet felting, obviously quite a lot of it will be this colour. And another thing that's quite important to remember is, you can mix colours if you want to kind of create other colours. Don't get me wrong, it's not like mixing 2 different shades of polymer clay. It's different, but you can use this to maybe add a bit more oomph to other colours that you've got. So it's great that you've got plenty of it here. Do play with it. Do play with it. Because if these colours aren't exactly your thing, mix this in with, you know, something else. Mix this in with a bit of the lime green maybe, and it's going to take it down a little bit more. Add a little bit of that olive in. So, genuinely, to be able to get that amount at £5.95. for 100 grams. It's very affordable medium, this, and you can have such a wealth of fun with it. You really, truly can. So if you do fancy getting involved, it is your opportunity to do so now. 0800 644 655. Press option 1 to get through to the call centre just down the road, JewelleryMaker.com, or tap the app. But just make sure you're getting involved with these, because it is honestly one of those mediums that once you give it a go, if you're anything like me anyway, you really get into sort of a 3-4 day marathon of just felting, you know? It's not one of those that you kind of want to put down and then just carry on with your day. I find it's very addictive, actually, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So, 100 grams for you there, and it's £5.95. I'm back with you, Mel.
Right. When you've defined the edges, you'll still find that they might be a little bit whispery. This is where it can get a little bit dodgy, and you can actually get little guards, or I think Gemma said before about cutting the fingers off of gardening gloves.
Right.
To protect your hands, because what I'm now going to do is squeeze it and stab in between my fingers. So if you keep the pressure on with your fingers and don't move the needle too much, you'll just go up and down in between your fingers.
Okay.
If you go too wide with it, if you don't squeeze it in enough, then you're likely to come off and stab yourself.
Not ideal, is it, Mel?
No, and I have done that several times. But this just helps, going round the edge, just helps to knit in any of the last little loose fibres. So when you've done all that, you then have your component made.
And let me remind you that that component was created with these fabulous, 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 fabulous styles and shapes of cutters. So if you want to do a floral shape, you could use a flower. You can use individual teardrop shapes to make sort of petals. You've got loads in here which are great for your felting. Oh, I'm looking at you.
These two shapes is what I created, this flower here. So I made the individual petals and then the round for the centre. So
that's brilliant, isn't it? So that flower made, thank you, Mel, just with these for the petals, that's for the stamen, and you make them all separately, individually.
Yes, you make them and then you just lay them and needle felt them together.
And knit them in together.
Yeah.
And that creates that beautiful daisy shape.
And yes, it's the same technique with the tool.
Yes.
And it says in the instructions how to you place them together and just knit them together.
And they are just £3.95.
So
did you get it for cake making by any chance, Holly? Oh, I thought you might have. Yeah, cake cutters are so expensive for like icing and things. Obviously, please don't use these for your felt and then go, do you know what I'm going to do? Bake a cake. Oh, yes. And then use it each one. Get a different set for whatever you're doing. So you can use this with polymer clay. You can use this with copper clay. You can use this with silver clay. You can use this with bronze clay. You can use this with felt. You can use this with icing. You could use it with cerulin, yeah, if you work smart and quick. But yeah, you have got the opportunity to use these for so many different things. And genuinely, you know, you can pay, you know, £1 or so for one individual metal shape in some places. So it really is a great one to get in, because of course you're getting 12 pieces of in these cutters. They are a lovely quality to work with it. Hey, yes, this is what we were saying earlier on. Tell us about what you've done here.
Well, you can add different colours together to create multicoloured flowers.
And how have you got that blend in the middle?
It is just literally taking the mould and taking a section of one colour, popping it in, taking a section of another colour and just felting it down. And that blends the two together. So,
I love that as a design.
as I say, just remember to turn it over, and there we go. That's how you create the multicoloured flowers.
I think that's a really cool technique, and I'm just looking. Dan, you're a love. Thank you. Can I give a sneak peek of the next kit? Because you have used some of these colours in here, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah.
I think doing a mixture with a pastel colour to sort of match its bright colour like this,
yes,
could look quite cool.
Yeah, you can almost do an ombre, couldn't you?
Could you do 3 colours?
Yeah, you can do as many colours as you like.
Rainbow flower. Oh, come up with something, Dan.
I almost did this with 2. I was going to do the smaller leaves with one colour and the
large petals with
the large, sorry, petals, not leaves.
I think that's so cool. That is coming up for you in the final hour of the show. Oh, that's for that kit. Can I just remind you, the kit itself is here. You are getting the 5 grams in 5 different colours, that's right, in this one. You're getting the white, which is a really useful colour for felting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, again, you can take down the colours of other ones in a way. I've also got the olive green, the lime green, and the sort of buttercup, and the sky blue as well as that findings pack, and we did it all for just £9.95. I'm with you.
Right, this one I've actually used your ultra suede.
Ooh, as a base, that's going to be so comfortable.
So, yes. But if you're not comfortable using wire with the head pins, you could use seed beading. So you could sew through and use a little seed bead.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
To create those.
Be that centre.
But the way I've linked, because originally my inspiration was the old-fashioned daisy chain.
Oh, lovely.
When we were a child, how you used to split and link.
Add another flower on.
So that's where the head pins come into play.
Okay.
So once you've made your flowers, you then take the needle, carefully pop it in to the centre, and then if you push it, you'll find that it hits the little bit that's thicker.
Yeah, as it goes into the handle.
So if you just give that a little bit of a tweak, then it creates a nice hole. And what I've had to do is bend the, which way round, that's it.
That's it.
Bend the end over, pop the head pin through, and then that gives you your little stem.
Oh, yeah.
So once you've created your, put your stem on, then if you just do a simple, let me find my, I'll use these, my brown pies, do a simple loop on the end. So just twist your wrist round. That's probably a little bit big. Just pull it in, that's it. To make it lay flat, I then bent the end up just a fraction.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So rather than you watching me do that again, if I bring another one in that I've already put in, firstly, loop it through, and then you do the same again.
That is a lovely technique. I really like that. Very nostalgic.
So, and as I say, it's very basic, simple wire techniques that most people, even if they've never tried, could make, have a go at. Just remember to bend the end up, and then you just carry on linking through.
I love that as a technique. I think that's a really clever technique.
And at the end, if I can just bring this one down.
Go ahead.
At the end, I just, at the very first daisy, I put the chain on.
Okay, yeah.
Looped that through, and then that was the first one, and I've carried on right the way round to the end. And then the last daisy, I just made a little loop with the head pin and attached the chain to the loop and to the end.
Job's a good one.
Of the...
I love that technique.
So that's how that's...
Oh, Mel, you've given us a wealth of information there. Fancy doing another demo in about an hour and 10 minutes?
That'd be
Sound
great.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, Mel. Okay, we have got so much more to bring to you. I have got that red spinel. I've got the richer colours of the felt. I have also got for you right here, right now, some big statement gemstones for a start by. Let me bring you these delightful cuboids of genuine gemstone. So, agate and quartz are quite similar in a sense in the gemstone world, and now and again they will form alongside each other. And that is essentially what we have here. You are bringing in these really large pieces, your natural agates, that have these moments of quartz with them. And that is because of how they form, sometimes next to each other. They do not always form next to each other, we know that. Sometimes you'll get quartz... Actually, don't we have a raw piece of it somewhere? Oh, it's not attached to anything. But yes, you can get quartz in with many, many different granites, etc. But in this instance, it has formed next to the agate. And you can actually see the split in these beautifully. So you get that strength of colour coming through in the agate, and then you get that sort of natural crackling coming through in the quartz. And that is natural. All of this is natural. No dye added, no coating, no filling. It is all Mother Nature as she wishes it to be. And what that gives you, I think, is, well, as I mentioned it before, sort of it's like the sweet spot of this jewellery and of this gemstone. So if you imagine, you know, it's a little bit like ametrine in a way. If you imagine agate forming here and quartz here, if you went up here, you'd get more quartz. If you went down here, you'd get more agate. But you'd have to cut along this seam here to get that nice split. So a little bit like ametrine in a way. You know, if you go too far down, you'll just get citrine. If you go too far up, you'll just get amethyst. So you have to get the sweet spot with this, really. And that is great in this strand because it's so bold. These are bold pieces. They're not tiny, tiny, fiddly little pieces whereby, oh, we've managed to get, you know, 0.1% quartz in there, so that'll do. We have got a really nice big split in these. They're sturdy, they're structural, they're unisex, they're natural, and they are 800 whopping carats worth of your natural grey agate with a natural quartz occurring. That is a should-be deal. It is a star buy though. Because of that, I'm giving you the star buy deal. And this is why you tune in live, isn't it? You get those great on-air deals day after day, hour after hour, and now is no different. For you, we are giving you a drop down. That's a tenner off, isn't it? £12.95 for these ones. And look at how structural they are. Look at the sturdiness of these.
Gemstones.
800 carats is huge, isn't it?
Would they make lovely cufflinks?
Nice idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're about the right sort of size, aren't they?
Yeah. They aren't going to be popping through the, you know, your sort of cuff, are they?
No.
At all. A keychain, says Tom. Yeah, yeah. Or on a coffee table in a glass bowl as decoration.
You could have maybe 3 of them to make a light pole.
Oh, lovely. Great idea. We are bringing to you the sturdiness and structural beauty of these, and they do have a huge drill hole in them as well, as you can see, because look at the amount we've got in there. Also, I love strands like this because I'm the type of crafter who sort of expands when I craft. I will start crafting here, and then within an hour there's just an expanse of stuff around me. And it's usually because I've cut a strand and I've wanted that one and they've pinged off everywhere, and oh, it's all right, I'll pack them up later. With this, you don't have to. Say I wanted this one right here because I like that colour. I do not have to cut it off at the end of the strand and then unstrand all these. I can cut it here. They're all rested. Take that one off. The rest of them are going to stay knotted and in place. So it's useful. It takes more time to do that, but it's a useful little attribute because these are so substantial. Ladies jewellery, gents jewellery. Can I show you alongside these ones too? Just to give you an idea. They could pair in quite nicely together actually. Also thinking with the coins, it's kind of reminiscent of my yin-yang shape, isn't it? Actually, the coins. So you see, I know it's not the yin-yang split, but you've kind of got a split. They're coming up in a bit. But for now, let's treat yourself to these ones. If you fancy something structural, if you fancy something sturdy, if you fancy something big and bold, that is your chance. It's just $12.95. The coin's coming up now for you, if I may. The coin shape is a shape we do not get to see that often, but it genuinely does make a complete difference to your jewellery. Because these are 19 mil, which, let's face it, is basically 2 centimetres. If these were a 2 centimetre round and you were to wear these as a neckline piece, these pieces are going to jut out so much that actually they might become a little bit of a pain to wear, because they might sort of obstruct your movement, they might be a little bit too bold and chunky. With these ones though, you get the way they sit against the skin. And they sit beautifully against it without being too chunky, without being too bold. You still get the effect of these. No one's going to look at this and think, well, that's, you know, hardly noticeable piece of jewellery. This is a perfect piece of jewellery for popping over the top of a, you know, wow, great deal, 490 carats. This is a great, yes, I can count them for you all. 1, 2, 18 of them for you today, 18 of them on that. Obviously that's an approximate, but yeah, that's the amount you get. 65p each apparently. Less than a first class stamp. No, it's true. 490 carats worth for of these ones today. It's got that intrigue, it's got that interest in it, it's got that lovely splittability. And again, a coin, as I said, you know, it's a beautiful, easy shape to be able to wear. If this again were a 2 centimetre round, I wouldn't say make a bracelet out of it. Of course I wouldn't, it'd be uncomfortable. My wrist would be like this at an angle if I, you know, I was typing or whatever. But because these are more, did you get yourself then, Mel? Yeah. Did you? Did I distract you then for a second, Mel? I could tell I had. You're right, still attached though, isn't it? Yeah, still attached, good. But yeah, with this, it's not too big, it's not too chunky that it won't be comfortable, because yes, it gives a statement, but it's very, very slender. That's the word I'm looking for, slender. Actually, I'm wondering what my depth is on this. We don't have it in the instructions. Half a centimetre, I'd say, about 5-6 mil maybe, as an absolute depth. Well done all. Okay, I'm diving into few of these ones left. Oh. What do you think?
Yeah, they certainly are chunky.
They are special, aren't they? Mm. I think that these look like artistry. Now, you may well think, you know, that you've maybe dappled this effect on, but no, it's as Mother Nature intended. That surface area is as it is meant to. You can see that on the screen now is a different sample, that's the word, thanks all, different sample of this. Can you see how varied these are? Duck eggs they look like. Yeah, I can understand that. These ones would go great with that turquoise that I did earlier on, actually. You know, because it was a similar shape, wasn't it? So I am bringing to you today for the final 5 a clear out deal, really. Should be $19.95, but under a tenner we're going to take these, all 3 of them today, for not $19.95, but $9.95. There you go, $9.95, but it's only for the final 5. So if you fancy seizing the moment, this is your moment. Go for it. And you can recreate these kind of looks and textures and effects with your felt if you wanted to. Half price for you today. Martin McCutcheon. Perfect Moment, that song was called, wasn't it? This is my moment, this is my perfect moment with you. What happened to her? Didn't she marry the Prime Minister? In Love Actually? Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did, I remember. Anyway, no, not in real life. No. £9.95 for you today. It's 330 carats worth for you. And it feels stunning. It feels so unique. You have to get it home. You really do. £9.95 on those ones. Remember, if you love your textured gemstones, let me show you some of these on the way. Not long. approximately 7 minutes and 41 seconds-ish, approx.
Stunning colour, aren't they?
And that is natural, which is a bit boggling, because usually, you know, you dye them to get that colour, don't you? Not long on those. Okie pokey, let me go. I'm going to have to make a bit of a kerfuffle now, if that's all right, because my other box is all the way over here. Kerfuffle. Oh, sorry, kerfuffle. So, on Sunday, nighttime show, 7 o'clock, launching DVD. Et voila. Unicorn horn. Ooh!
That is bright.
That is snaztastic. This is the type of thing that if it was an Avengers film, it'd be one of the Infinity Stones. Do you know what I mean? It's an Infinity Stone. It's a stone that has power. It's the type of stone that gives, like, Superman a cold or whatever Kryptonite's meant to do. I don't know what Kryptonite's meant to do. It's green, yeah, but the green version obviously kills him. The blue version might give him a cold. Do you know what I mean? Not sure. But yeah, it is really bright, it's really bold, and it's really sort of... imagine Superman sneezing. He's got a lot of power in him. Do you know what I mean? Just like, oh, your hair would be dry in seconds, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? If your hair was wet. Do you know what I mean? Not that I'd want someone to sneeze on me, actually. Even just to get dry hair quick. I need to put more thought into it, Ollie. When you're right, you're right. Anyway, I've got 190 carats worth here for you. They're fun, they're bright, they're bold, they're energetic. They should be £15, which I'm fine with. I'm happy with that. I pay more than that for a Mystic Coated Topaz. You know, Mystic Topaz, that's got your coating on it, hasn't it? And it's got that kind of effect. But yeah, unicorn horns. Spellbinding DVD. Unicorns. Voila. £9.95 for you. If you want to grab it, I don't know what I was going with that then. For you. You're getting it at £9.95. There's a lot of colour in here. It's fun. It's exciting. It's intriguing. Do you know what? I'm not a million miles opposed to doing like a felted unicorn head with something like this and attach it.
I've done it.
Ollie's going to make Tom's day when he says... Frozen 2's coming out soon. November the something it is, isn't it? You've never seen Frozen 1? No. You've never wanted to build a snowman or just be swept away by the magic of magic, Tom? It's not for you? But the thing is, you saw Moana. Great. Okay. Moana is great. Frozen is very good too. Chris has got a big opinion about Moana. What's your input? Dan? I like Moana. Do you know what? They could put that on the poster. Dan from JewelleryMaker. I like Moana. Thank you, Dan. Anywho, yeah, it's great for Frozen 2. Do you want to build a snowman? There you go. It's £9.95. I think we should go to a break now, probably. After the break, it is the time to offer you, for the first time ever, the natural lapis lazuli, which we're describing as commas, but for me, just scream yin yang. I absolutely adore lapis lazuli anyway, when it has that intensity of blue and it has that sparkling underneath the surface. But for me, the fact that these haven't been dyed to look that way makes them even more exciting. The price we're going to do on these is sensational. Launch offer only, coming up after this.
Tune into JewelleryMaker every morning at 8 a.m. for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last chance to buy, and end-of-line stock. Make sure you're watching because once the deals are gone, they're gone. Check out your Wall of Fame entries in this hour and be in with a chance to win £100 credit to your account. The Breakfast Club on JewelleryMaker.
wonderland of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Love JewelleryMaker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the JewelleryMaker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share. You can now book JewelleryMaker workshops online. Just head over to our JewelleryMaker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
When we think about lapis lazuli, we think maybe about one of the most decadent gemstones out there. We think of artistry. Well, I do anyway. I think of artistry. I think of things like the painting of the Sixtine Chapel. I think about paintings such as the girl with the pearl earring. I even randomly think about sort of the ancient Egyptian blue, which wasn't actually created in the painting with lapis lazuli. Egyptian blue paint was created, they think, with by heating sand, by heating copper and iron, I think, and mixing them together and heating it, and that's how they would paint blue. So a sort of synthetic blue. We're talking 5,000 years ago, remember, but that is how they would make a blue for artistry that would depict the blue that was being worn, because 5,000 years ago this was being worn by people as a sign of stature, as a sign of standing within their community, as a sign of wealth. And actually, even then later on in years, when it has been used in artistry, it was still signifying the same. It was signifying wealth, because if you see a huge picture of someone, if someone commissioned a picture, and you see them stood in it with a big blue sky design next to them, behind them, or maybe even an ocean battle with a lot of blues. That person who commissioned that painting was saying, look at the amount of money my estate has. I can get that much blue within my pieces of artwork, just for art's sake. And that is because lapis would be ground down to create one of the most expensive paint colours. Because you can get reds and you can get yellows by essentially mixing up things left in Mother Nature. But that rich blue was from powdering down this gem. The fact is, that is artistry. In fact, to me, it's artistry on artistry. It's the artistry of taking what Mother Nature's given us in the ground and us being able to in a way, use alchemy to create artistry that almost takes it to another level. And that's what we've done with this. We have thought about artistry, we have thought about the individuality, and we have hand carved and created out of natural lapis lazuli a brand new offering. The graphics are about to come alive, and I am not just bringing you one of these, I am bringing two. Your beautiful overall yin-yang look of your natural lapis lazuli in these teardrop or comma shapes that we are offering to you. They look so distinctive, so individual. Of course, if you did just want one of them, you know, on a for example, on a neckline, one on a chain, it gives this sort of hook-like look, if that makes sense. It gives you this kind of claw-like look, and you could wear it just like that, very sort of structural, the type of thing I'd imagine someone quite, you know, famous walking down a runway with. But actually, I love the idea of pairing these together as a talking point, as a yin-yang, and you, of course, can do that in many, many different ways. We are bringing to you ingenuity, we are bringing to you individuality, and we are bringing it to you entirely naturally. So no dye applied to these whatsoever, which is really difficult when you consider how hard it is to get this amount of blue naturally out of the ground. So there used to be a fair bit of it, but basically the industry gatekeepers told us that actually if you want really good lapis lazuli, you don't want all those white grainy bits in it. Oh no, that's dead common, you don't want that. You want the dead dark intense lapis blue with those lovely inclusions, those pyrite inclusions. And so all of the blue stock basically went, or let's face it, went to the highest bidder, and then those who didn't want to pay those prices went, oh, I'll have your not so great stock, and you know what, I'll dye it if I want to. The fact is, with this, we have got the premium quality, the quality that most industries would prefer to have over the sort of mottled blue-white ones. And we are not only bringing you the premium quality of gemstone, we're bringing you premium in size, and we're bringing you premium because it's hand carved. That's 3 sets of premiums. I'm not mucking around here. And yet the price does not seem to bring that into account. Pop that in a box frame, job's a good one, completely. Put this in one of those, oh my goodness, I've forgotten the names. You know, the frames that we have done, the displays, the tension set displays, the black and white ones that we do in different sizes. Just suspend these in that as artwork for the centre of your table. Could you put cerulean on it? Yeah, you could too. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yeah, pop it in a box. You could wire work around these. You could have one yourself and give one to a friend, you know, a bit like the best friend necklaces you maybe used to have when you were a bit younger. But yeah, what you have got here is a wealth of opportunity, a premium hand-carved shape, a premium natural quality, a premium size for these, because, you know, we are looking at about 50 carats in each of these. These are not tiddly little pieces, these are substantial. And can I just draw one thing to your attention? I did a little bit of research on this shape earlier on, and actually there isn't a huge amount out there that is similar to this. But one thing I did find that isn't a million miles away was actually a tiger's eye. And the shape of it, it was a 30 by 17 mil piece. So actually quite a bit smaller than these. Ours are 40 by 25, theirs was 30 by 17. And they were bringing one, not two, one for $13.97. And actually I thought, do you know what, not an horrendous price. Not really, pretty decent. We're bringing you two for £1 and a bit more. Or are we? It's today's must-have. It's today's must-have. So, It's a must-have price. £9.95. It's only because it's a launch price. It's only because it's here now, and it's today's must-have that we're doing that discount. On any normal day, yeah, we might be able to do a little bit of a price discount, maybe £12.95. But for today and now, seize this moment. It's today's must-have, and we make today's must-have a must-have price on the day today that it is a must-have. Do you know what I mean? Makes sense. Clear as mud, that, isn't it? We make today's must-have a good price today so that today is a must-have. This isn't called yesterday's must-have or tomorrow's must-have. This is today's must-have, so you do seize the moment on this. What did you say, Tom Love? It is today's must-have. Yeah, correct. It's a must-have. Well done to Essex. Well done to Angela. I've got Bristol in. Hello, Norfolk. Somerset, thank you for joining us. South Yorkshire. Hi, Surrey. Gloucestershire. You're in, I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. Well done to Edwina. Well done, Conway. Well done, Anna. Hello to Berkshire. Hello, West Midlands. West Midlands. Ooh. Hello to London. Thank you, Michelle. You're in. I have also got for you, Kent. I have got Cornwall's just checked out. I've got telephone bidder. You've just come in from Norfolk. Thank you for joining us today. I've got multi-buyers in and on this too. You will get two. I just want to make that clear. It is for two of them. So you're looking about 50 carats each. So if you do want to treat yourself, now is definitely your chance. Feel free to text us in. What are you going to do with yours? Are you going to give one to a friend and you're going to keep one? Are you going to set it somewhere? Have you got one of those sort of display boxes that you could suspend these in maybe? It's £9.95. Do feel free to message us in. It's 60777. Start your text with the word Gem Studio. That's JM Studio. That way it wings its way to us. But also you can do it on JewelleryMaker.com as well if you want to. There's a little box, it says send a message to the studio. Type it in there, jobs are good. And speaking of boxes, ooh, storage lovers, or storage hunters, if you will. Great TV show. Great TV show. I don't think I've partaken in the UK version. No. I don't think I have. Have you seen Storage Hunters, yes. Mel? Yeah. Yeah, it's Storage Hunters, for those who don't know, it's basically, there is a UK version and an American version, but yeah, there was a big, you get big storage units that people who used to rent basically can't be bothered to pay for anymore, have decided not to pay for anymore, or they've gone into arrears or whatever. And so a big group of people walk up to it and they're low, and the guy goes, "Hey, right, everybody, get excited, get ready, we're going to crop this open." And then they get the cutters and they lock open the door, and then everyone goes, "Ooh!" And then it goes to break, always at that point, it goes to break. You have to wait 3.5 minutes to see what's in it. And usually it's like an old cupboard, like a rocking horse. There's always something creepy in there, isn't there? Like, I don't know, sort of a doll with half its, you know, air stuck up. It's, I don't know, it's odd, but it is captivating. And they basically bid on it, and then they root through afterwards and work out whether they've made money or lost money, and they sell the bits on. It's a pretty cool TV show, actually. I've just made myself want to watch it. But yeah, no, it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. It kind of made me want to go to storage auctions, but I don't know if they're real. I mean, they must be. They must be. You worked in an auction house. Your friend's dad owned an auction house. So at university, got about £20 an hour, I had money bags, to work in an auction house. So what did you have to do, Tom? What did you have to do? You had to hold up the bags. Oh my gosh, sorry. Holly, can we have a little look at this? Because that was very professional. Just recreate that for me. You ready? Whoa! You've not lost it, kid. You've still got it. Oh, I like that story, that's cool. Anyway, £9.95 for these ones today. Really beautiful colour. It's gorgeous. If you have just tuned in, hi, how are you? I'm Becky. Thanks for joining me tonight. And my guest designer, who is having a grand old time over there, I have to say. Yes. It's a bit like when you're crafting at home, but yes. You're a bit closer.
The lighting's better as well.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. The lovely Mel is with us throughout today, of course. Well done. So this is actual agate. Wow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. I'm going to leave it there. Will you be able to see it? Do you know what? I could just go, Dan, will you pass us an head pin? Or a shepherd's hook? Just one there. Shepherd's hook will be fine. If you can only find that. Yeah, you're a bab. Thank you so much. Because I just want to show you the shape of this. And I don't feel like I can properly, unless I... There you go. Have a little nose. So, this is a drop of agate, which has got a matte finish. So the reason I put it on this is so you can really see the shape of it. If I turn it to the side, there you are. See? Sort of almost like a crescent moon shape. Obviously now it's concave to where you are. And then I've turned it again. Do you know, it reminds me a bit of the, pardon? A Pringle? Not what I was going to go for, Dan. A Pringle. Good shout. No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. The super banana, what am I thinking of, Mel? Do you know? No. Super banana, not pyjamas in pyjamas, no, although they were brilliant. Not Banana Man, no. Oh, what's it called? Banana... Right, hang on, leave it with me. Liverpool. Super Bananas. Yeah, is that what I'm talking about? That's it! Super Lamb Banana. Yes, Super Lamb Banana. Have you not heard of this?
No.
Honestly? Oh, all right, it's just me then. I'll show you. No, Super Lamb Banana. Images. No, not Superman. Look. It's a, here, there you are. It's a statue in Liverpool. Can't believe you've not seen it. Super Lamb Banana, it's called. Yeah. But that's what this looks like, don't you think? No? Wasn't that a bit more... it was better than Pringle. I mean, sorry, Dan. I adore you, but it was better than Pringle. I am bringing to you today your beautiful sort of matte twist design. And it's going to be gorgeous, that, just as a pendant, isn't it? I quite like the idea of that. Just on a chain. Beautiful earrings. Because it's going to look great from every angle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you cannot wear it that way, too. It's got a little flip. Very contemporary, very modern, very stackable. £1.95. A fortune cookie. That's quite a nice idea. Yeah, it's got a touch of that on it. One thing I do just want to clear up as well is that it's described as matte, but that doesn't mean that it has got a treatment to it. It just means it's not polished within an inch of its life. That's all. So yeah, there you are. I feel like we've learned a lot with this, actually. Do you agree? Me too. I'm glad that we had this. I can't believe you've not heard of Super Lamb Banana. No, it's a proper thing in Liverpool. There's loads of them, and they're all painted differently. Oh, why not? You ask yourself. There's loads. Let me show you this one here. There's loads of different ones. Oh, way up, see? There's one. There's some that are Beatles style. There are some that are for different shops. Designed by a New York-based Japanese artist. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, there you go. I feel like we've learnt a lot. You had owls in Birmingham and sloths as well. Right?
We had full-size cows in Godalming.
Yeah, full-size cows.
Yeah.
Good. We had rhinos and elephants in Chester.
Giant rabbits as well, we've had.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, that sounds bad. How big are we talking here?
We're talking big.
Are we?
Yeah. They had an open back truck, and these rabbits were all piled up on the back of the truck.
Oh, wow.
They were incredible, and they'd all been painted up. And they auctioned, I think, a lot of them off.
Yes.
Because it raises money.
Raises money for the individual groups, yeah.
If I've still got a picture, I'll find it for you.
Yeah, please. I'd like to see that.
I'm not sure if I have.
£1.95 is my point. You've never seen an animal mixed with a fruit? Like the banana dog?
It's a lamb, isn't it, didn't you say? Didn't you say it's banana lamb?
Banana... Oh, yeah, it's a lamb, actually, yeah. It's banana lamb. Super lamb banana, if we're being specific. A what? A pineapple hedgehog? Actually, yeah, of course. Oh, they're made out of fruit. All right, yeah. You've never seen them cross with each other. noses are a bit like strawberries. I'm clutching at straws, I really am. £1.95 for you today. What? Why? 42, £1.95. Shall we move on? Good idea. Right, I'm with you. Let's bring you. Look how perfect they are together. This is one of my favourite, most spang-dangling of all of your lapises. Now, I have a feeling, Mel, because I think once you've spent sort of an hour or so with someone, you kind of get to know the types of things that they're going to be into. I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say I have a feeling that this is a bit of you, Mel.
Yes, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Oh, I love blue for starters.
That's a good one then.
Yeah.
Totally natural, this blue.
Yeah. And the size as well. And just the history to it, of where it came from with the Egyptians and things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's everything sort of in one gemstone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's magical, really, when you put all of that in together. Samantha said, we had elephants in Sheffield. Elephants!
Wow.
Elephants pretty cool, isn't it?
Love elephants.
They weren't life-size, though, were they? That would be silly, but it would be cool. Hi, Becky, Mel and team. Say hi, team. Hi. They're all saying hi. There you are. In Bradford, we had a statue of a doner kebab for the food festival. Love Michelle.
Well, that makes sense.
Does it? Does it? It's a food festival, and the best you can go for is a doner kebab.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
I'd go for a chicken skewer. Yeah, I'm on board with that. There's sort of an elegance about it, isn't there? You know what, though? You know that I have a history with kebab meat. Because we went on a school trip and we learned how to make doner kebabs.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Yeah. So basically, we went on a school trip that, was. Some people have said they think because it was after the weekend, it's because the teachers had had a busy weekend and fancied a kebab. Anyway, we don't know that. We went to the kebab house and we learned how doner kebabs were made. And I know what you're thinking, that's quite good fun because you get the shearer to shear it off. Health and safety not allowed. We had to watch someone do that. Basically, we learned how to put salad into bread. This was food technology, but it was GCSE food technology. Yeah, it was from it must have been. Yeah, placement of salad. Yeah, it was a good day out. Really was. Yeah. Good school trip all round. Well done, everyone. Whoa. Hello. Oh, I love a kebab. Not afraid of a kebab. Chicken kebab, big fan. Doner kebab, I'm fine with it. I am the type of person who would be, if I was in Coronation Street, I'd be hanging around that kebab shop all the time. And not just to eye up Chesney, I'll be honest. Have a little nosy. In Burton, we have had a giant shovel. Joking. A shovel statue. I don't get that. Has that location got something to do with shovel, like they created the shovel? Oh, here's an interesting one. Do you know the difference between a spade and a shovel? Go on. No, think about it. Have a little... Any guesses?
I should know the shape, isn't it?
Very good, it is. Yeah, one is square, and then the other one is tapered down. Yeah. Little useless things, I know. We had dolphins. Oh, wow. Then we had... Do you want to have a crack at that, Dan? Or woolly? Yeah. Such a clever, fun way to raise money. I understand a solid 40% of that, man. I love that. But it is a great way of getting money, because In a lot of these places, they will basically give the statue to a company who will kind of pay to decorate it, and then they will often auction them off and they'll go for charity. So yeah. Elizabeth is saying, in Wolverhampton, on the Stafford Road, in the middle of the lane, we have 3 wooden carved wolves, all in different poses. Really? I don't know if I've ever been down that way, actually. And any of you lot live around these neck of the woods, have you, Never seen that. Never seen that in Wolves. Wolverhampton. Only just got it. Took too long. Thank you for that. Love that. It was a nice trip out. Anyway, I have got for you here your lapis lazuli, and I am bringing to you a full metre of this beauty for £17.95. Pair it in with the little sparklers. This is the one I did before. I think that's going to add a real sense of something special. Goes well, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. So if you do fancy grabbing it, absolutely you can. Wheels now. I've got this design. I'll just give you a sneaky peek. This has been made by a lovely guest, Mel. I quite like the idea. This is with a wire work. This is felt in the middle here. I quite like the idea of, because of the way this sort of sways and swirls and moves around, I quite like the idea of wheels with it. A bit different, isn't it? So I am bringing to you the wheels right here, right now, and these are substantial. Really nice and stackable as well as a wheel. They've got little spaces in between, which of course you can use in your jewellery, and of course you can swap them out for the lapis lazuli I've just done, if you want a fully genuine gemstone one. You could swap them out if you so required. You have got 260 carats worth of this lapis lazuli. So again, very big and substantial. And this is much more of the colour that I'm used to seeing attributed to natural lapis lazuli. We have got for you a serious amount of wheels within this. And you are getting the more natural aspects of sort of sodalite-esque colours in the back palette there. It's lovely texture. It's got a real nice sort of infinity to movement, because if you look at the side of these here, obviously it creates that sort of button style shape, that circular shape. Ah, yeah, the button bracelet, bubble bracelet design with that. Yeah, that's a lovely idea. Bubble bracelet with these, a bit different.
It'd be nice to macrame as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Macrame in with this would look lovely. So what would you do it so the cord went around each one or through?
I'd thread them on and then and then either go round. It depends on the depth. It's difficult to see over. Yeah, you'd have to go round them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, go round them. That is so affordable for totally natural lapis lazuli. £8.95 only this evening. We have got so much more to come for you. If you love a bit of blue, then I have got some more kits coming up for you. I know I've already done some blue in a kit, but we've got some more coming up for you. We've got some sort of comedian dell'arte-esque inspired jewellery. We've actually got a piece of jewellery that I put one of these pieces of jewellery up on my Facebook page a couple of days ago. In fact, I put up pieces of Mel's jewellery, pieces of Rachel Norris's jewellery, and pictures of pieces of Jan's jewellery. So it's the 3 guests I'm working with over the weekend up on my Facebook page. And one of the pieces I put on there, someone made a comment, sorry, I can't remember your name, but they said they really liked the bracelet, and you know, what an unusual shape or something for lapis lazuli. And I actually said, oh no, it's felted jewellery, but it does look like lapis lazuli, actually. It looks like you've worked with this shape and size, doesn't it? It's fab, that, isn't it? Imagine doing that design. So you've got the circles here, and then you use circles of lapis lazuli in between, the wheels, should I say. Be a bit different. £8.95 for you on the lapis. So if you do want to grab your hands on it, now is your chance to do so. All the info of how to get involved at the bottom of your screen today. Well done. Let's do some drops now. The decadence of a drop. With ones like this, I love that you really get to almost sense the makeup of each and every one. Have a little look. Do you see what I mean? I went to the Potteries the other day, and do you know what? I think I'm going to go back on Monday, if I'm honest. If you know the Potteries in Stoke, they've got a biennial on at the moment, and it's over 300 artists who have worked with pottery in loads of different ways. Some of it very traditional, some of it very modern, and there's activities that you can get involved with, and most of them are free events. It's well worth a little look. But you can make, and you can go into Wedgwood and you can see how they craft that wonderful pottery. And that is honestly what this kind of shade reminds me of. It makes me think of Denby pottery. It makes me think of willow pattern pottery. And the fact of the matter is that when you get this little sparkle underneath the surface, that is something that is often, you know, sort of gold leafed onto designs. But Mother Nature has done it naturally with these. I love this shape, and it reminds me very much of the potteries in that way, because it does look like sort of a droplet, let's say, of clay about to be worked with and to be formed into something magical and majestic. We have got serious carat weights on each of these pieces. You're looking at over 10 carats on each one, and therefore you're getting real nice statement. But sometimes with our more statement designs, we go a little bit quirkier in shape. This, I think, is very traditional. What I have got here, in my opinion, is my pendant. I don't know for that one actually personally is my pendant. I've got a pendant, I've got a pair of earrings, and I've got a main focal for a bracelet. All one piece of jewellery for just £8.95 today. That is all, £8.95. It's 50 full carats worth of this natural lapis lazuli, and I think it is going to look beautiful with this strand. I mean, that looks so expensive. And remember, lapis lazuli has sold at 4 figures relatively recently. With, who is it? Oh, Le Bouchon have been selling it 4 figures for semi-dramatic pieces. We've seen this, where did I see it? I saw it in some pieces in Selfridges. I can't remember what brand it was, but I saw some pieces in Selfridges, and it was one in a pendant, and it was triple figures. It was £100 and something. These are high value stones right now. They really are. And Bev's in. Hey up, Bev. Oh, they are beautiful. Awesome work, says Bev. Fab, aren't they? Fab. We're talking about the jewellery. We're talking about these. Either or. I agree with you. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely evening, everybody. I've got storage for all of you storage hunters. Should we do some storage now, says Tom? Let's. And go. Oh, this one. Aha. Yes. It's like Christmas. Let me show you this. Now, this is the brand Somewhere. I'm sure you've already heard of them. I'm sure you already know of them. They are known for their very long-lasting and high-quality boxes. This is obviously a picture on the front of it, which gives you an idea of what you could place inside. But what I love about this divider section here is you have got, first off, really easy snap open. Have you ever had those boxes whereby you're trying to open them and you're doing that and your nail varnish is chipping? These ones aren't. It's a really nice smooth action. Let me show you. I'll get rid of the picture. This is what you're actually getting on the inside. So this is what you get inside the actual piece, and this is a brilliant one for you to be able to store your crafting goodies in, as the picture itself says. But also, you know, we here at JewelleryMaker majoritively are crafters, but do you have anyone in your family who's maybe into DIY? If so, they are. Just put the picture in. Save you on buying a lot of screws, wouldn't it? But no, it's a really cool bit of kit that we've got here for you. Very, very sturdy indeed. These do come out, mind you. So if you want to, for example, you know, sometimes if you're crafting, you'll need certain elements. You don't have to take the old box with you. Take the actual things you need, store that away somewhere else, work with what you want, and then pop them back in. I will say that these are all stackable as well, which is really important to know. Because of the way in which they are formed, they are all stackable. So I put that wrong around. And they are, because of that, very easy to store, all in one place. Get different colours. I've got the blue coming up. Get different colours for different makes, maybe. And yes, this is the red one for you today at £14.95. So yeah, if you fancy grabbing it, you know what to do. Get involved now. Free phone number at the bottom of your screen. Well done. Let me do the blue version next. It's the same look and the same size, and this time the picture depicts jewellery making. Wow, we know a bit about that, don't we? So this is the blue variety, the blue version. It's all the same kit and caboodle, though. If I show you again, really nice, easy to open, although it does have a really good snap close. Really easy to open. Types of things you could store in here, of course, and those are your individual removable boxes yet again. And also, what else did it say? Oh, gardening, this one. There you are. Gardening as well, you could use it for. So we have got the opportunity here at £14.95 again to get it in the blue variety. You actually mentioned before that you've got a few of these, and we'll talk about the one you got a little bit later on, but you went for 2 different colours too. Why was that?
For 2 different mediums, and then it's really quick and easy to see what you're actually, you know, if you want to go for one medium, then you can quickly and easily see it on the shelf.
Yeah. Things like that really do matter, don't they?
Yes.
They really genuinely, it does. It can save you time, it can save you hassle, it saves you as well, because if you've got, say, quite a few of them stacked up and you know that, you know, the red one's the one you need to go for, you're not messing around looking in all the other extra boxes, you're just going to the one you want. Especially if, for example, let's say you're buying some felting items today and you decided that all of your felting were going to go in blue boxes. Well, here you go, that's for the findings you might use with your felting. That is going to be for the actual a few tools maybe, or your moulds. Then this blue one could be for your actual felt. You know, you can use them in different ways. Which one, Poppy? No problem. Let's do this one. Now this is huge. Let me show you. There you are. Now this has got a massive amount of boxes. I'll show you the back actually. There you are. In a varying different amount of sizes as well. Yet again, we are talking about that Somewhere brand, and these are your 10 individual boxes. Slightly different layout to this box. You've got the size clip here. The box itself is a treated plastic, so if you do want to store things like polymer clay in this, you can. Because remember, polymer clay, you've got to be really, really, really careful how you store polymer clay, and you've even got to be careful what kind of plastics you put it with. This is approved for polymer clay, so you can use this alongside your polymer clay. So if you do want to store it, then you absolutely can. These are the individual boxes that you get in, and the boxes themselves have got a little bit of give to them. They don't feel like, you know, sometimes if plastic is too sturdy and fine, it feels like it's going to crack as soon as you move it. This doesn't. It's got a little bit of give to it. So, very workable, very usable indeed. And again, you can kind of reorganise them, pop in whichever direction you want them to. And you have got 3, I think, different sizes here. £19.95 on these ones today with the stackable lid box as well. Put that picture back in. Right, who's guessing what's on the other side of this picture? Dan, I'm going to give you a guess first. You're going to say food. Food? Who's snack boxing on something that big? To be fair, me any day. Right, that's your guess, Dan. Your guess is? Painting. Painting, good guess. Ollie? Fishing tackle. Mel?
Model engineer.
Model engines, good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest and say I have no idea. It's like my craft box. There's a bit of paper crafting, there's a bit of DIY, there's some gardening. Don't feel like I've duped you. I've duped you. Yeah, I did make you all pick one specific thing. I did, yeah. £19.95 for you on that one today. And again, all lovely and stackable as well. Okie pokie, let's move to... Yeah. Hey! Oh, pen thrown in. Oh. Nice work, Dan. Sorry, Dan, that was my fault. This. Well, Tom went to show Mel where to pick some odds and ends up from. When we do our orders here, we all get them delivered here because it's just down the road, so it's a bit easier. And I had one little parcel. Oh, lovely. You came through like it were Christmas.
Yes.
Laden you were with treats. And am I right in saying this was one of them?
Yes, there was a box with, in fact, two.
Two?
Yes, there was one red and one blue.
So, tell me, I'll show you around it first and then we'll ask Mel as to why she got it. This is a really, really, really cool box and it's your multi-box. And this is, from a memory, it is, yeah, it says it there, it's your 6 litre storage here that you're getting. So this means that the 6 metre, it's going to hold a lot, it's very sturdy, it's got the sturdy close clips, and it's perfect again for your stacking. This one's got the handle on it as well, making it all really very, very easy when you do need to move it around to do so. And as you can see inside, it's got your double layers, your double deckers for your crafting. So you've got the top lid, the top section, and you've got your large base section as well. So this is one you went for specifically because of that 2-tier, wasn't it?
Yes.
So why is that good for you?
When I do my paper quilling, obviously the paper is very fragile, so I can place the papers in the bottom, especially when you've opened up, because they sort of tend to spiral out a little bit. And then I can put the heavier tools in the top.
So that nothing's going to get squashed.
Yeah. So I got one for the quilling, and then exactly the same for the needle felting. So I can put my wools in the bottom and the tools on the top.
So do you do quilling? Do you do felting? Maybe you will today. This is going to be perfect tool for that. And in fact, any medium whereby you've got something a little bit delicate that maybe works alongside something quite sturdy and tough, actually. You know, even if you're into working with like dried flowers, for example, or your natural. I make paper. From other papers, well, from anything really, but I make paper, so you know, you do a bath and you mould it out and you roll it out, etc. And depending on what I'm working with at the moment is vintage maps, basically, and they can be quite flimsy if you've kind of really gotten all that liquid out. They can be quite fragile, so something like this would be perfect for that. Lay all of those papers at the bottom, put your heavy tools in the top, and there's plenty of space for different tools here, isn't there? You know, maybe it's needles for your felting, or it's your sort of quilling tool. You've got loads of space in here to be able to work with it, and you can see here as well it's been used with different mediums as well. So there you go. We have got £12.95 for you today. Well done. I'm going to do the blue version now, and this is the one that lovely Mel went for her quilling. Quilling is very important. You keep it separate from the tools, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Because obviously the whole point of the whole point of felting is if you're using felt, you're using wool that starts off life like this, lovely, long, tendril-like fibres. If it has any kind of movement to it, any tool stabbing into it, it will bond and kind of not doing its job anymore, is it really?
No.
So, get this box, tools at the top, wool at the bottom, and let's just see, shall we? That's 5 grams, 10 grams, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Do you know what? Payback. It's because I threw that pen at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I've dropped one on the floor. I'll be back. 50 grams worth there, because these are 5 each. 50 grams worth of your wool. Nice and snug. And easily another layer in there. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Look at that. That's a great size for...
It's fantastic for travel.
Great point. Needle in there as well. Hey up. Yeah. Right, well that's me sorted for the weekend.
Put your few cutters in and well away.
Like the new daisy cutters that we did. Thanks, Mel. The new daisy cutters we did would fit in there, no problem, wouldn't it? Right, Dan, what were from the second kit? No, I'm only joking, I know. This is for you. Catch. This is for you. Catch. That one's for you. Catch. And that one's for you. And that one's for you too. Nice work. Oh! I told you, Dan, that circus is ours. These ones are coming up for you in a little bit. Well done, absolutely, all of you. I'll pop that back in for you there. Well done, all of you. You're getting it there for bargain price, £19.95. Thank you, Coca Lee. Sturdy, sturdy. This one here, I have got for you now your 5-pack. 5-pack now. So I've got your 5-pack, your dimensions on this. Let me tell you your dimensions actually, because you know it's quite important. Because, like, for example, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, oh, those drawers that I've got in the in my dining room. Because I'm one of those people who my crafting stuff doesn't say to the craft section of my house. You know, it spreads everywhere. So I'm thinking, oh, actually, would they go in my living room drawers? So I've got a little wedge for you. Evening, everyone, says Anne in John O'Groats. I use mine for needles and nylon threads in the top, and then other threads and reels in the bottom. That's perfect, Anne. That's a great way of doing it. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah, because you little ones, they're going to get lost in the rest, isn't it? Dad, you've had an idea. Please share.
It's a Lego.
Lego. A jigsaw puzzle.
No.
Paz and Dan, what did you say then? No. You said jigsaw puzzle, Dan? No. No, go on. Tell me. Oh, no, I know where you're going with this. I've got it. I've got it. So we're going to go edges, because we always start picking out the edges. Edges and corners in here. Blue sky bits, loads of green foot grass, absolutely. This one maybe the brickwork to the house, and this one that tiny golden retriever in the corner. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Actually, it sounded absurd, that idea, but I love it. Oh. Are you a puzzle spreader? Yeah. Dan, I thought better of you.
You need to see which piece you're looking for.
Really? Wait, so you pick out the puzzle piece and then literally hold it with the picture trying to work out where it goes?
You've got the puzzle and you're looking for like certain pieces, aren't you? You don't just like sit through and put them down randomly.
Dan, be honest with me now. How many puzzles do you think you've done in the last 12 months?
One.
One. And that was your technique? Yeah. Tell you, Dan, give it a go with one of these. See? You start with the corners, don't you, Dan?
Do it properly.
I do it properly. Thanks goodness, Dan. Start in the middle, work your way out. Oh, that'd stress me out, that would. Really, it would. Anyway, well done. Should we do a start by? Fancy that. There you go. Let's do one. Start by. When we talk about Spinel, we are talking about one of the best loved gemstones on the planet. We're also talking, sadly, about one of the rarest. When we bring to you red Spinel, some of the times it can be a little bit watery in its colour, in its depth of colour, should I say, in its saturation. And that isn't necessarily what everyone looks for. You want strength of colour, you want veracity of colour. But another thing that is quite important to remember is red Spinel has to be just that, it has to be red. And I know that sounds really ridiculous, but bear with me. We have ours sent off to an independent gem assessor to assess the colours of our gemstones. We do this here at JewelleryMaker because that is what our brand stands for. It stands for honesty, it stands for professionalism, it stands for giving you the gemstones that you're expecting to get. And the reason I'm mentioning that to you now is because I have seen pictures online of red Spinel, and I'm looking and going, that is the pinkest Spinel I've ever seen. But the reason people do it is because pink Spinel is a certain price and red Spinel is a much higher price point as a general rule, because it's rarer, it's scarcer, but also due to the likes of it as part of the crown jewels, it is more considered and more well, looked up to, if I'm honest. To be able to bring to you something which has been sent away to an independent laboratory. It's not a lab here, you know, in the studio. It's an independent lab, and this has come back as proof of a definite red spinel. Goes to show we are bringing to you the premium quality. And boy, can you see it. Boy, can you see it. It is rambunctious. It has intensity. The way in which this almost sort of divulges colour, if that makes sense, is intense. I think that when you're getting spinel anyway, you're getting something quite special. But I think actually when you are getting red spinel from this location and you're getting red spinel with these attributes, you are getting something that says high quality. Burmese spinel with Burmese jadeite, I love that idea as a pairing. Very, very, very valuable look indeed. We are bringing to you something that is very desirable, and generally I think this is quite interesting. And I think this really sets this gemstone out. You know how blue gemstones as a general rule are more popular than other colours? Yeah? So blue sapphire is generally more popular than, say, a yellow sapphire. Yeah? Blue topazes are generally more popular than that of white topazes. Blue generally wins out on most gemstones. However, spinel is actually, in the blue variety, less saleable. It's actually less expensive. Red spinel is more considered and more desirable for many than its blue counterpart. So already it's a bit of a standout gem. It's a bit of a standout strand. Now, I mentioned to you earlier on that I had seen this strand before and I fell in love with it, and I most certainly did. However, I then looked over at my sheet and was kind of confused because the strand I thought this was, because bear in mind before the show we do prepare. I know, shock to some. We do prepare, but it was essentially you do it off a picture. So I thought it was the one I'd seen. The one I thought it was $109.95. I brought it to you not that long ago. I looked at my sheet that Tom has written out for me, my producer this evening, and I was wrong. The quality for me is impressive. That desirable richness of rambunctious reds, not your usual reds that are a little bit watery, that has been certified as natural red spinel from Burma for half the price that I was expecting. This is natural red spinel. Instantly, I just want to say a huge congratulations to every single one of you shooting in now. Now you've managed to get your hands on such a spectacular addition to your jewellery making family, because this is that optimum, this is that premium, this is, you know, the, as I say, most desirable generally of all spinels. It is up there, it is luxury, it is seriously substantial beauty that you're getting for such an affordable price point. In fact, let me just do a little bit of research, Ernie, because I swear it was aha! Aha! I have found it. I have found you. No idea why that song, but it happened. Gemological Institute, a bit early for a Christmas song. I finished my Christmas cards weeks ago. Yeah. Anyway, GIA, Gemological Institute of America. This is a really useful website. I haven't signed into my login. This is just open to anyone. You don't have to pay for this. It's free. It's really useful. Anyway, this is your red spinel factors. Your spinel, sorry, not red spinel, spinel factors. Let me just, it talks about how it's very sought after gemstone by connoisseurs. I want to draw your attention to the colour. That some are more valuable, some are rarer. Red spinel, this is the Gemological Institute of America. Red spinel is most desirable, followed by the cobalt blue. So that again, and then it's followed by pink, which we see more often. So I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was them who had said, you know, it's the most desirable. This is not just something that it's a matter of opinion. Gemological Institute of America is saying, basically, when they're saying it's the most desirable, they're seeing that from the other side, the flip side of the coin. And this strand in particular, as I said, it's not just the intensity, it's the way the light shines through it. It's not filled to be that way. It's that light that just translates through. Mel, I am well aware that a strand like this catches people's eyes. What are you thinking of it, please?
Oh, I think it would look lovely in between some pearls. The brightness of white or off-white pearl with the red, just, I know it's a bit indulgent, but...
Why not? Why not?
Exactly.
Though? Because, yeah, I suppose, though, if you're thinking it is indulgent, yeah, but if you wanted to go and buy something like that on the high street, I'd have to, you know, not MOT my car for the next 2 years, so I wouldn't have a car, so I may as well sell my car. And anyway, let's get into this text. So I think that is the brightest red spinel I have ever seen at JewelleryMaker or anywhere else. So it's the brightness word is bob on. The brightness word is absolutely and completely the truth. And usually if you're looking at brightness in a gemstone like this, it may well have been because it had a little bit of a help by filling, but this one hasn't. I'm kind of thinking even just 5 or 7 of these as a ring. A little bit of sterling silver, wire through there. Don't forget, wire work weekend happens very soon. And if, you know, that's for kind of like dainty wear, but if I wanted to go a bit, bit chunkier in the middle, look at those ones. It's so special, this, isn't it? Really pretty. I think it looks so expensive, but actually nowhere near the expense you might expect. Sorry, nowhere near the amount of expense you might expect. Well done, every single one of you on that. Don't forget, if you love your pink colours, although this one wasn't, if you do, I have got some pink florals coming up in gemstone form very soon. After the break, which we are going to head on into now, we are going to be bringing to you a lovely kit from Mel as well. And these pieces of jewellery are catwalk worthy. We're going to be back in a few minutes. Bye!
Tune into JewelleryMaker every morning at 8 AM for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last chance to buy, and end-of-line stock. Make sure you're watching because once the deals are gone, they're gone. Check out your Wall of Fame entries in this hour and be in with a chance to win £100 credit to your account. The Breakfast Club on JewelleryMaker.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Thank you so much for joining us today for this final hour of Felting Friday. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? And we are going to be bringing the felt feeling back for another demo now, which we know you're going to love and adore. Today we are joined, of course, by the wonderful Mel. Mel, could you not stop with this kit?
No.
I can tell. When you sent me pictures the other day and I popped them up on my Facebook page, I think you'd sent sort of, 4 or 5 mates. And I thought, blimey, she's made loads. But no, it was not the whole thing.
I got a little carried away.
That's a great thing. We do not mind that at all. I love this jewellery. I love this colour palette. Why did you opt to put these certain colours together?
These colours were actually given to me. Mm-hmm. I came up with the design and said, could they sort out the colours for me?
Perfect.
So that's what they did.
We have got for you a serious amount of felt. For anyone who is brand new, can you tell us a little bit about felting if they've just tuned in because they've finished, work or whatever? What is felting in needle felting terms?
Needle felting is what it says. It's needle felting. It's knitting wool together using a needle.
Yeah.
As I say, there's 2 types. There's your wet felting and your needle felting. I can't do wet felting because I have a slight sort of allergy to water.
Okay.
So the needle felting's perfect for me.
It's the one for you.
The wet felting goes back much further in history, whereas the needle felting's a newer medium.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and it was, I can't remember their names, but I think it was the husband and wife that invented the actual needle felting.
Ah, that's clever.
So, and it's fairly recent as well.
Yeah. And there's such a wealth of things that you can do with it, as this jewellery is beautifully showing off for you today. So this kit is called your Abstract Kit, and I think you can see in some of these you've really taken on that inspiration of the title. Let me tell you everything you're getting in here, if I may. Excuse me. You're getting your royal blue, you're getting your amethyst purple, you've got your wonderfully rich red, you've got that hot pink, and you've got your sunshine daffodil yellow as well. 5 grams of each of these ones, and as I mentioned before, we've got lovely length fibres here. And that colour stays so strong throughout these designs. And it's a nice even colour as well. I have gotten more like raw wools that I've worked with in the past whereby there's definite different colour throughout, which is nice if you want a more rustic look, but for more of that even sort of professional finish, let's say, of even colour that we connotate with even colours of gemstones, this is a great way to get it. Very inventive makes, Mel. I love them, says Sue.
Thank you.
That's lovely. Don't forget, you can text us in, say hi to us. It's 60777 if you want to message that way, or jewellerymaker.com. We have got for you today the full 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 grams with the findings pack in the gold plating as well to make it a full kit. We have got £9.95 on this. Can you let us know that a good price for all your findings and 5 sets of wool?
Yeah, as I say, if you were to buy the wool individually, you would have to pay a lot more and you'd have a huge amount of wool.
Yeah.
So you're always going to pay a little more getting multiple colours, but it is such an affordable way of doing it. So yes, brilliant, especially if you've never tried it before.
Of course. And remember too, it's a lovely one for mixed media as well. As I say, you can do almost paintings with this, but remember, if you do knitting or you do crochet, you can literally felt onto your knitwork, because if you knit with wool and you create something with wool, you can literally attach little felted pieces to woolen scarves or hats or whatever you want to. And this is what you have left.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oodles, essentially. All of that left over from all of those makes. It is just £9.95 for you today. And if you're looking at these colours and going, I love it, but Bex, I like your ring and the more muted colours, previous kit, same price, different colours. So yeah, just to give you a heads up of that. So we have had tools, we have had our bases, we've had our needles, we have had our moulds, and we are going to get more into making now. So if you do want to get involved, your graphics are now on screen for this entire kit, so dive on in. And if you're thinking, well, I do need some tools, head on over to JewelleryMaker.com and you can grab the needles and the belting boards, etc., to get your hands on them. Okay, Mel, I'm with you, and this is going to be a bit of a mixed medium one, isn't it?
Yes, I do like to have a mixed medium. I do like to sort of experiment and see what different textures work and things. So the one I'm going to look at demoing is this one here.
If you want to bring it this way to me, that's it.
So this was the original inspiration to the whole kit. So.
Isn't it beautiful? Wire with your 3 different colours of felt, giving you a really lovely 3D effect. And one thing I will mention as well is, don't forget, felt feels so nice against the skin. It really does. It feels, you know, when you think of like a cashmere jumper or whatever, you know, how lovely that can feel against your skin, especially in winter months. It's not a million miles away from that. So this is what we're going to be looking at.
Yes. I just needed to remember how.
No problem.
That's why I forced it down. I have actually used, and I appreciate that this could be quite heavy going for some people, I've used the 1.5, but you could
mil wire.
But you could drop it down to the 1.25 or even the 1 mil.
Okay.
But I liked it for the depth because then it makes it easier. I mean, there is one piece I've used, flat wire. That's the one on the end. The next one.
Yeah.
That's why they're both the same design, but you can see the difference using the flat wire to the just standard round wire. Right, so to start with, I used my bail making pliers to create the loop at the top. So
perfect.
Let me just cut the end off of that because it's a little bit pointed. There we are. So I just turned a loop at the top And then we use the ring mandrel to create the top circle. So just turn this, and I do believe, yep, I've gone round and then down to the side. Let's take that off and just straighten it up a little bit. So that's creating the first part. Then I've gone back to the ring mandrel. I'm not sure what size, because it was ages ago I made this. We'll go with this one and see what... No, it'll be this one here.
Don't forget, if you're looking at this wire and going, ooh, I love a bit of wire. It is wire weekend starting, well, in a matter of hours tomorrow, so we might have some like this in the show.
Oh, well, this is already, as you can see, it's an individual one. It's a completely different shape to what the other one was.
But that's the great thing about stuff like this. You could do the same sort of design, 4 loops in a design, but they could all look unique.
Yeah. So this one, actually, I'm going to go back to the ring mandrel and turn a slightly larger loop around here. Right, that's getting there. And then just finishing off. At home, obviously, you could spend a lot more time than what I'm spending here. So then we create the loop at the bottom. I'm going to snip that off. Let's just use these. It's quite tough, the thicker wire. And then just tidy it up a little bit. So just tweak it in. Bring this one round a little bit more. If I pop that back on the ring mandrel. There we are. That's a little bit better. So you can create whatever shape you like. Once you've made your basic shape, then it's a case of putting the choosing the colour of the wools and felting them in to get the basic shape, and then we glue them once we've felted. I'd love to do an ombre effect.
Lovely.
Or
a rainbow.
Yes, yeah, that would look lovely.
Oh, I love a rainbow, me. It's because I saw a rainbow on my way down today. That's probably why it's in my head, yeah. Saw a rainbow. But yeah, you could do like all of the colours, maybe in an arc of circles.
So again, bring in your piece of paper.
And by the way, we didn't say this before, this is normal A4, isn't it? Normal printer paper.
Yeah.
Nothing magic.
Yeah, no, just bog standard paper.
We're using the clover base on this again for you. So why are why is this one good for this kind of technique?
You're just doing the same technique. I find using the paper and this, it keeps the shape together more.
Perfect.
With the other sponge, it tends to go deeper into the sponge.
Yeah.
So effectively, you've got to work harder.
Yeah.
This one keeps it together.
Makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So this one, I think, is still on the website if you want to grab it. In fact, we'll bring it on live now for you. Apparently, we've got about 5 to 9 left. So if you do want to grab them, the graphics are about to come on here.
So again, just pop in the wool over your circle.
And you're sort of shaping that. Does that just make it a bit easier?
Yeah, it's just makes life a little bit quicker and easier. It's amazing how once you've had a go, how you get a feel for manipulating the wool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just again stab away. As I say, it can be quite therapeutic.
£12.45 today for you.
But these colours are just glorious. I love them.
They're so vibrant, aren't they? Oh, this is completely and absolutely random, but it's very unusual, as you know, that I remember numbers, etc. And that price just came on screen, and I went, I swear I've had something else of that price today. And I have. can you believe it? This Kunzite earlier on, 2016 price I brought to you. I just thought I'd show you that again because I was like, oh, 12.45. I remember that number because I'm a dyslexic as well, Mel. Numbers just float out of my head. They're just. It's very unusual when I actually see like a number that sticks to me, but that one did. It's going to come in at the bottom of your screen. But yeah, it's a 2016 strand, and it's not one that we've rebought in. It's one that kind of went to the bottom of the ether. But the fact of the matter is, we found it and we were like, oh my gosh, we wouldn't even be able to buy it for the price we're selling at now because the price increased. So if you do want it, it's still available.
Right. I tend to give it a little rub just to sort of knit it together a little bit more.
Also, doing that gets rid of the needle holes a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. So then once you've got your rough shape, you can basically glue it in.
So what glue are we working with?
Right.
You want quite a viscous glue, do you?
This is one of the super type. Because you can use our hypo cement glue, but that obviously takes a little bit longer to set, whereas I'm a little bit impatient. So the best way I've found to do this, and I'm going to bring a piece of paper down so just in case I don't want to get glue on your board. This one happens to be the one with a large monkey attached, because I found it's not as harsh as some of the other ones, and it's got a very handy brush. So on what is going to be your reverse side, just literally dab around the edge.
So you put it onto the wire, not the felt?
Yeah. Just dab it round. You don't need a huge amount, and you can always add more. I always just check that there's not too much on, I haven't gone over. And then I tend to find the easiest way is just to place it on top, turn it over, and then I tend to use the end of my tool so I don't get my finger stuck, and I just dab it down with that.
That's really locking it into place.
Yeah.
Great tip.
And then if there are any stray bits, you can just cut them off with a pair of scissors.
That is fab.
But that's the effect you get.
And that is how you create something like that. Et voila! That is such a great technique. And obviously it's the same sort of technique you've used in the bracelets.
I've used it throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I lean over and just grab this one? This one was a little bit more fiddly because I wanted the line across here.
Yeah, I get you.
So I obviously made the framework and left it flat.
Okay.
And then I used the black as the backing. And then I just needle felted over the top where I wanted the colours.
I get
Hence why you can see on that side how it's bled through a little bit.
That's brilliant.
But obviously, once it's on, nobody would be able to tell.
I absolutely adore it. You've been working on something else as well, Mel, which we're going to have a little nosy at in a bit. Because it is a work of art that has just taken form before our eyes. But we'll let lovely Mel finish that. Before it, so we've got another make to show you in a little bit. Before it, though, let me bring you some artistry. So, as I mentioned before, and I think I am going to go back on Monday, actually, because I was at, sorry. Start the sentence somewhere proper. The other week I went to the Stoke Potteries because they have a biennial on at the moment. I think it's running until October or something. But it's a really good event. I was there for probably about 3 hours. I only got to see 2 of the 6 places that they're showing all this artwork. But essentially you can go to the China Gallery, you can go to Wedgwood, and they have activities and they show you how they're making with pottery, etc. And it really just built into my brain that actually it's not a million miles away from genuine gemstones in a sense, because clay obviously is something created from elements around us is created by Mother Nature, it is then made into beautiful elements such as this that we can work with too. So it's not a million miles away from genuine gemstones in many ways. Mother Nature creates the genuine gemstones, we then get them, work with them, cut them into different shapes, and then you work with them. What I like about these ones is it's going to go with absolutely everything. I think this and felt is going to be a great pairing, to be honest, because it's such a juxtaposition. You've got that wonderful sheen mixed with the very soft tactile fabric of the felt. £2.95 only today. You know, we use that really big tool. It doesn't look, actually. Yeah. No, do you know what it's like? It's like them trolls you used to have as a kid, isn't it?
Oh, that reminds me of...
Marge Simpson. It's a bit, yeah. Oh, I can't unsee that. I'm going to move it. $2.95 for you. It'd be a great centre for one of those big flowers you made with that tool as well. That new tool that we brought to you earlier on. So yeah, £2.95 for you today. Grab it whilst you can. Well done. Yeah, fine. Oh, just how I talk sometimes. Let me...
Oh, that's pretty.
Dalmatian jasper.
I love the jaspers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were saying you love the kind of natural feeling gemstones.
Well, years ago I used to clean stone floors.
Ah.
So I used to strip them back either with machines or chemicals and then reseal them.
Oh wow.
And I used to sand wooden floors. So hence why I love working with gemstones.
Got you. Yeah, of course. That's kind of magical. You also have probably... have you seen a Dalmatian or two in your line of work?
Yes.
Yes, because of course our lovely Mel works alongside animals and pets quite a lot. We are bringing to you here your Dalmatian jasper. So this is kind of two loves in one for you then a little bit. Perfect shape for it too. £4.95. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. For the late show though tonight, extra special, £4.95, reducing to £2.95 for you today. Doesn't have show off the size of that lapis lazuli like this, doesn't it? This is a launch lapis, by the way. I did it before with a friend. There you are. Look at that. It's fab, that, isn't it? Why are you giggling, Dan? I don't know. It's just in your face. It's just £2.95 for you if you want to treat yourself to it. It is your opportunity to do so. Feel free to grab it. Well done. 25 by 24 millimetres approximately, or centimetres, 2.5 approximately. So if you do want to grab it, now's your chance. I'm going to... Ooh, I love this shape. Have you seen that geometric shapes are still really in? So it started kind of a few years ago with terrariums, didn't it? You know, those sort of structural, well, terrariums. And now it's gone into everything, like fruit bowls of this kind of shape. I've seen outlines in clocks. In fact, there's a pub really near me that I was down to a couple of weeks ago doing a pub quiz, and they've kitted it all out. They've redone it. And it's just geometric wallpaper, geometric clock with, like, metal outlines, and they're all the shape. There's shapes everywhere right now. Most often than not in sort of a 2D form, but genuinely, now I've pointed it out, if you're thinking I haven't seen it anywhere, now I've pointed it out, I bet you they're going to jump out at you everywhere. You're going to be walking down the aisle in your supermarket and all of a sudden you're going to realise that there's a lot of this sort of geometric shape.
I'd love to rosary link those.
Oh, I love that idea. Why do these scream rosary link to you?
Just to separate them out of it. And also it brings the attention to each one individually, doesn't it?
Yeah. And they are worthy of seeing each one individually because they are so different. I've got some that almost have a sort of dogtooth nuances of alterations between them, and I've also got ones that have a little bit of that sort of chevron striation as well. It's a beautiful strand. £12.95. That's it. That's all. It'd be lovely in your hairbands. I think it'd be brilliant for those sort of on-trend earrings, you know, because again, they are the geometric shape. Actually, feast your mind on this. Do a sort of geometric shape wire outline.
Yeah.
Pop in the felt, and then that could be the neckline design. Bit different, isn't it? Bit different. But you could do that, because obviously you can make pretty much any shape you want with wire. I can't think of any shape you couldn't make with wire. Can you? No. Very versatile. Which is great, because we've got a wire work weekend starting tomorrow. £12.95 for you today. 260 carats worth for you. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I'm just slightly obsessed. Can I hold him up?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, I've got a little friend. Just made up today,
Yeah,
just
I could put a
now.
nose on him, couldn't I?
Yeah, we were talking about that before, actually, weren't we? Do you mind if I hand that?
Yeah. So that was
This is how we made it.
It was the leaf.
It was this shape here. So we we didn't launch it. It has been on air once before, but ages ago. This cutter, or this felting tool, let's say, earlier on. And Mel talked about and showed in a brooch how to do this big double-layered flower, and this was used as the leaves. But she also said, actually, when you do the leaves, it does look a bit like antlers, and that is where our lovely friend here came from. Isn't that just adorable? You're going to turn him into Rudolph, aren't you, Sue?
Yeah.
Mel, Sue, Mel, Sue and Mel, off of Olden Day Bake Off. They are. Oh my gosh, so adorable. That is such a beautiful, beautiful make, isn't it? Okay, I'm moving on. We'll have another peep back at our Rudy in a bit. Let me bring to you Abalone. Where's my reversible tweezers gone? My reversible tweezers. I bet Chris has had off with them. He loves stealing them tweezers off me. I don't know why. I am bringing to you solid sterling silver in the Abalone pendant right now. Aha, I knew it were you. Thank you, Chris. I absolutely love and adore this, because there is such a vast amount of solid sterling silver locked within it. So what you're getting here is that purity of ocean opal, as it's sometimes referred to. And let me flip it. Look at that, a lot of sterling silver on the back of this. That is just divine.
Love abalone.
Do you? Yeah. What is it for you about it?
Again, it's just the colours. They're sort of mystical and magical, and they just take you away, don't they? To
agree.
Escape from reality.
Yeah. And they're also unique and individual. I'm looking at this one, and I'm looking at your kit colours. So maybe not so much this kit, but the other kit that had the sort of green and yellow colours. Yeah. Imagine doing like a felt work around this to make it look like a peacock eye of a feather. There's a lot you could do with this. They're very, very versatile. I did some chains earlier on in the show for you. And just one of these on a chain, you don't have to, you know, have 1,002 ideas in your mind to make it very elegant indeed. In my opinion, because bear in mind, abalone is, there's new legislation. There's certain parts in the USA now where you are not allowed to get your hands on this anymore. You're not allowed to fish for it, basically. So stocks have massively gone down of abalone on the market. So to be able to get great quality such as this set in sterling silver at that price now, I think makes it a real great sort of time to add this into your collection. It's stunning look that you've got here, and as I say, solid sterling silver all the way, not just the frame, as I said, it's all the way around the back. So if you did want to, you know, maybe etch something carefully into there, then you totally could. It is just £11.95. And if you love that kind of detail and that kind of look, imagine melding your colours in, as Mel melded before. Makes sense. You know how Mel melded the colours before of the felt? Imagine recreating something like that. With sterling silver wire, maybe. Wire work weekend, not that far away. £11.95 for you on that one. Well done, one and all. It's a beautiful looking quality there. I'm moving to. Bring you a black agate now. I think that shape is just fantastic. I'm imagining felting into these and gluing them as you did before.
Definitely.
They've got kind of a 1960s twiggy vibe about them.
And the bright colours would work.
Oh, they'd look fab, wouldn't they? And if you were to felt in between these, you showed us earlier on how you used the felting needle so that you could put like a head pin through there.
Yeah.
So you could have that little window with whichever colour you fancied going through it. It would look so enchanting. You're getting a lot on here. There's approximately 2, 4, 10, 20 approximately on the entire strand. So you've got the opportunity. I mean, that as a neckline, 1 into 1 into 1. It would look pretty astonishing. Imagine doing the rosary link in between them as well. Should be. Now, I'll be honest. For the craft of these, because cutting, well, you know what it's like. Have you ever done saw cutting, like on a metal sheet, and you have to cut out the middle of something? It's not that easy, is it? Imagine doing it with genuine gemstone. Not the easiest of tasks. £16, though, is now your price point. So, if you fancy grabbing your hands on it, do be quick sharp. 290 calories. Carrots for you today at just £16. So, well, as I said, less than £1 each, obviously. I think that's such a gorgeous look and colour. It's a bit different. Who's Auntie? Auntie who? Who's Auntie? Auntie Carol. Who's calorific? Sorry, Ollie, I thought you were talking about someone's auntie called Carol. Carolific. Oh, I get it. No calories in this, right? I see what you're saying. Or it's the other way. Because you wear it. It was a long walk for a short drink of water, that, wasn't it? No, I get you, I do. Well done. I love these. Apparently, that is a lie about celery. I'm sorry to break it to you. Apparently. No, I think apparently it's a lie. You know, the story that celery is more calories, you burn more calories eating it than it gives you. But I have heard that's a lie, but do not quote me on it. I am not the celery council. Neither are you. Who is? Let me show you these astonishing chandelier-esque pieces of clear quartz. I have got for you something that Auntie Carolific herself would wear. We are bringing glowing, and they really are. I mean, when you're looking down, if you imagine this is a traditional gemstone cut, and this is your culé point, and then here is your table. When you look down that table, look at the glow on here. It's astonishing, isn't it? And it's because of the quality of this. Entirely natural, substantial pieces. I mean, that's catwalk. Definitely. Isn't it?
Sorry, I was miles away.
No, it's all right. You're finishing off Rudy's nose. We have got here for you 198 carats. This is the type of gemstone jewellery I could imagine, you know, Gemma Crow working with some big chunky kind of quirky gems. I could imagine Jan working this with pearls. I can imagine Fleur working this with jadeite. It's one of these strands that goes with everything and anything. It's one of those strands that is a little bit avant-garde but with a traditional nod. So I think it makes it maybe less imposing and less scary maybe to actually wear. I would be more than happy to just restrand that, put some, oh, you know me, I'd go for zircon in between. I think that price point is incredible. Let me just, you know, remind you, just look at how expensive that is going to look. And I would wear them all at once. I think they look just so beautiful. Remember, the top of these is not, it's kind of dulled off, if you will. So it's not spiky at all to wear. It's really beautiful. But look at the glow on that. Honestly, I have seen plastic versions similar to this for around the price on screen. But this is not. This is a natural, genuine gemstone all the way from Madagascar. Hand carved just for you. Down we go. Why not? Because it's worth £30? Hey? £21.95. Right, this is
You'd
one
get your
I'm
money
adding.
back just on one, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Do you know what? Even just
Easily.
one on a nice bit of cord, like you've done some of your designs.
Yeah.
Money, money, money. Would be funny. Etc. £21.95 for you today. I think they are so lovely. And again, just look at the actual cut of them. It's quite hypnotic when you properly pay attention to them. What do I mean? I mean, that looks like the world's best diamond, doesn't it? Something you'd remortgage your house for a couple of times over. Very expensive looking indeed. And you are getting, sorry, I should tell you this, I have got 7 on my strand. So how much is that? £3.14 each. I'm happy with that. Do you know what? I'm feeling the weight of it as well, and I'm wondering, how much did that take me to post? Like, cost-wise? You know what I mean? It's pretty nice and weighty. Oh, wait, by the way, if weighty is your idea of a good time, do not weighty too long to get your hands on this one. 800 carats of these we brought to you. It's the quartz and the agate all in one together. Okie pokely, we are heading on over to Have you just got yourself again? Do you know what? 2 times in 4 hours. Not bad. Really not. Just enjoy that for a second. I love a noisy gemstone. Oh, that's lovely. What does it make you think of? Yeah! You have, haven't you? I thought that was just me. I'm glad it's not. This is like a frozen evening. This is like, you know, in the winter months. The winter months begin, and you can sense that winter's in the air. I know that sounds really strange, but like I could sense autumn was in the air like a few weeks ago, and then you know, you sense that winter's in the air, and you feel a little bit like I don't know, the air's just a bit fresher and a bit crisper. And then maybe you get up in the morning, you walk your dog like I do. When I get up in the morning and it's winter, this is the kind of almost look and feel and sense I get from the outdoors. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but it's almost like that first footstep onto like slightly frozen morning dewed grass. This is kind of how it makes me feel in a strand. Do you know what I mean? I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but it's kind of what I'm getting from this. Oh my days, look how great. It goes with that kit. That works really well. I love that. I am bringing to you, that's, by the way, that is from the first kit. I like it a lot now, £7.95. It almost looks like the opalescent seed beads that you get. You know, or like the silver-lined Mayukis that almost have that ghost koi feel about it, if that makes sense. Ghost koi harps, you know. £7.95 for you today. Oh my goodness, it's done. Oh, look at, I mean, that is the perfect kind of colour to go alongside, isn't it? Oh my gosh, how adorable. And I think this goes to show perfectly as well how, because these were created from that tool that we brought to you today, this afternoon. It goes to show that with a little bit of nous and a bit of imagination, you can whip something so adorable up in a relatively short space of time. Because this was just an impromptu make, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. And you could, you know, pop little jump rings through the antlers, make it into a little festive design, couldn't you? Or a brooch. That's a lovely idea. Would you? I would. So cute. Oh, I love him. Oh, he makes me dead happy. Oh, anyway, don't laugh at me, but a belt buckle with the reindeer. Christmassy, yeah?
There we go.
Yeah. Wait. And very anti-gallerific, yeah. Sorry, how would this do up your belt? It wouldn't, you attach it on the front of a belt buckle. I see, yes. It's an idea. They are, look at that. Dan, what would you do with this?
I put a bit of ribbon on it. And
bit of ribbon. and a bauble. Yeah. I love that idea. Yeah, hang it on the Christmas tree. That is good. Do you know what? Little bit of ribbon on like a nice like bouquet of flowers and that at the front as a little keepsake.
Yeah.
Oh, you could stick it onto a vase. A vase? Never called it a vase in my life. A vase, hadn't you? I love that idea. Oh, no. Sorry, I should do some more work now. I just think he's adorable. Oh, what was I watching the other day? I wasn't. Yeah? Reindeer on a quacker? Yes? Yeah? Stick it to a quacker. But you've got to be careful. Pardon? That's not a treat anyone wants to see, is it? Poor reindeer on one half of a quacker. No, you're right. I hate the idea, Dan. Cheese and biscuits?
You could do it as a napkin holder.
Oh, yes, you're onto something here. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for a sensible idea, actually, Mel. With these. I want to show you, if I may, because this is relatively new. Pink opal. New company working with it. Oh, aye. Bit of pink opal there. Set with gold. So we know it's good stuff. Dior. Yeah. Look. And they've set it with, where is it? Da, 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 da. There it is, Dior. They have set it with 18 carats pink gold, or rose gold as we call it, and pink opal. Yeah. I'm not saying that this is like for like at all, because I've not, you know, we've not paired ours with gold. Now it's stopping you doing it though. And the reason I'm showing you is because, if I just show you here, obviously again it's not like for like, but little faceted drop. Little faceted one. That'd look nice, wouldn't it? Kind of, you could always do like a wire work frame for it. Again, it's not the same, but you could give that kind of look. But basically, when the likes of Dior are working with this, and this is one of their newest ranges actually, it's if you open a magazine now and you see a Dior advertisement, more than likely you're going to see that range, because this is the big one they're pushing at the moment. But yeah, it's pink opal. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because pink opal might be something that people maybe, if they come to your craft store, have actually seen in a Dior advert and gone, oh, hang on, I can own that in a piece. Fab. So yeah, a little bit of extra promotion that Dior has paid for, so you don't have to. £12.95 for you today. That is 105 carats worth of this, and it is just £12.95. I love the sparkle on this. I think opal isn't generally faceted anyway. Obviously tomorrow I do have on the mid-show the best faceted opal I've ever been able to bring to you, but it's not a general rule that we facet opal, and it's because of the structure of it. But I like this type of gemstone with a little bit of extra sparkle. Peruvian opal itself, you know, it can be quite flat sometimes. This isn't though, it's got that pizzazz. Totally natural, £12.95, nice work. How about I get some so expensive looking gemstones now.
That's nice.
It looks expensive, doesn't it?
It does.
Don't you think? It looks costly. I love the workmanship on this. There is a cut actually, which is doesn't look a million miles away from this, by a gemstone cutter called Glenn Lira. And essentially what he does in a design, in this certain cut that he does, is he always creates the look of a very small focal table, which is similar to what this looks like it has. You see that sort of circle in the centre, and then really makes an appearance of the facets on the crown and the facets on the pavilion that give you this kind of hypnotic effect. And that's sort of what these remind me of. And yes, it is of these because I'm bringing 5 of them to you. They are top drilled, or drilled at the culé point, if you will, and I think they look so beautiful with that sort of Well, with that drill hole, because first off they hang quite nicely if you want to do earrings. I mean, that in an earring, you're busting out your favourite dance moves, such as, I don't know, what's your favourite dance move, Dan? You strike me as a Macarena kind of guy, yeah? Do you know all the moves to that? Yeah? Give us the first move. Ding diddling, ding diddly. You've messed it up. I'll be straight with you, Dan. Hands down first. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, diddly. Professional. Wow. All right. Show off. Anyway, the point is, if you're out doing the Macarena, for example, these are going to be swinging away, and they are going to give you so much light. But as I said, ringing. That kind of look and finish. Again, because of where the drill hole is, it gives you that perfect opportunity.
Yeah, they'd be stunning in rings.
Yeah, is that what you'd be fancying doing?
Definitely. Well, also you'd want to look at them, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And I think that of rings. Rings are a nicely selfish piece of jewellery, aren't they? Rings and bracelets. Yeah. They're for you and you alone, aren't they?
That's right, yeah.
We have got 25 carats worth here, and they should be priced of £55. We've had to get optimum quality and a lot of workmanship on these. It's the workmanship of the cut. It's the beauty of the clarity. It's £32.45 only. If you did want to pair them with my star buy coming up in a bit, it's almost like sunshine dancing on the flowers. Or even with the Kunzite I did before. I did this Kunzite earlier on at a mega shocker deal. £12.45 it was. Should not be. £40. Yeah, happy days. We were fine with that. £12.45. Incredible deal. And the only reason we did it at that price point is because it was a 2016 purchase. So we matched the 2016 price, even though the price point has dramatically gone up over the time. Let's go for a little bit of... I mean,
Size.
Yeah.
They're huge.
You can even hear it.
Handbag charms.
Handbag charms.
Yeah.
Perfect. For anyone who's new, what is a handbag charm?
What is a handbag charm? Just a decorative item for a handbag.
Yeah, perfect, see? No, but it's as simple as that. And you can create it with different mediums, can't you?
Yes.
You can use it with wire, you can create these. But they're really cool bits of kit. I love this because just look at how different that is. Every single angle. It's fabulous, isn't it? These are big and sturdy.
If you've got blinds in your house, they would be good for the pull cords.
Great idea. Oh, yeah. Oh, have you been round Mel's? Which one's Mel? The one with the genuine gemstones on the blinds. Oh, yeah. Posh Mel. Let me bring to you 1,250 carats worth of your genuine gemstones right now. It's a hot pink, it's a spicy pink, it's a fantabulous pink. It's £21.95 only. But why not, says Tom. For that kind of carat weight, we are talking big gemstones here, aren't we?
If I were to get over the size of them,
and you can feel the strength of these. You know that when you're working with these, you know you're not going to look at them funny and they're going to sort of fall apart. They feel substantial, don't they?
Yeah, and that also with a lovely tassel on the bottom.
Great idea.
And a long lariat style.
Great idea.
Yeah.
It is a stunner of a strand.
They are beautiful.
For all of you pink lovers, £14.95 today. They're just divine. They really, really, truly are. And you have got, as I say, all of that included in your P&P. Blue. Yeah, light blue. I don't mind if I do. So this is one of your favourite colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does this one make you think of?
Oh, seascapes, really.
Yes.
You know, when you're looking up off the side of a coastal colours, aren't they?
I agree with you there. Look at that. Oh, imagine that's a pendant. We launched these for you today. It kind of reminds me of almost like an Attenborough, yeah, like you were saying, kind of like an outdoorsy, maybe even an ocean. Also, actually, you know, kind of when you see certain gemstones and they almost look like they are from, well, they look like this, don't they? I'm not describing myself very well, but yeah, they look like they are something which has been man-made, but they haven't. You can do this kind of effect with resin, but Mother Nature's done it for us. You're getting, again, 1,250 carats worth of your blue agate, and you're getting some serious beauty on these ones. Which one's your favourite?
That looks like the surf coming up out of the sea onto the beach.
Oh, I love that moment where it reaches the ocean line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, you're right. That one. I'm a fan of this one. It looks like really twinkly, twinky little agate, and then totally different on the other side. It's different, that, isn't it?
That looks very sand-coloured.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Sandy. They're all so uniquely different. That one's got a touch of a sunrise about it, but cold. I think they are just fab. I think they're fun. I think they're very tactile, and they are $14.95. Let's flip the side of this coin to go from something a little bit cooler to something a touch more blush in its hue. We were talking about stone carving earlier on, and it is a skill and it is a difficult element to be able to create. And a lot of the time, with our incredible cutting house in Jaipur, we are working with people who have had this skill handed down to them through their family for generation upon generation. And that kind of time, care, effort and energy, I think you can sense in this Star By. We've been talking a fair bit about florals today with the new floral tool creator that we brought to you for your felting, with the floral jewellery we showed you how to make before I did now. I sat here and drank a brew. Mel showed you how to make earlier on. This is definitely a capsulation of the day, I would say. This lovely floral design matches up perfectly with some of the elements we brought to you earlier on. You have got here a serious amount of your 5-petal rose quartzes. And I know it seems peculiar, but for me, when I'm looking at these, it does take me a while to remember that these are all individually hand cut. When I went to Gdansk to learn about our beautiful Baltic amber, where it comes from, how we cut it into shapes, etc., I was cutting a piece of amber. And it was only a drop shape, and it was so tricky. In fact, it was so tricky that something that was meant to be this size went down quite considerably. But it's a skill. In particularly when you're getting these perfectly domed petals, which, if you've ever tried to draw a flower, you know, the first few times, it can be quite tricky to get the exact amount of petals that you need in the exact right size. So even to be able to do that with pen and paper can be a little bit tricky at times, let alone gemstone and lathe. It's a skill, it's a talent, and we're bringing you all of that skill and talent within 27 pieces right here on the strand, with your spacers in between as well, to give it a little top off. We have got for you all 27 on here, which could be 27 rings, which could be 27 daisies in a daisy chain, like your design earlier on, similar to that. Whether... Oh, sorry, go on.
So they look amazing as a stretchy.
Oh, perfect. And... great size drill hole to be able to do that. Absolutely vast drill hole to be able to do that. 27 of these for you today to be able to create a fabulous luxury look. Start by deal, rolling in, rolling down. 27 on a strand, £1 each. Be all right. £10.95, 41 pence per one today, 41p for you only. That is it, that is your deal, that is your price. If you fancy it, this is your time. And if you're just tuning in now and you're going, oh, Bex, I really fancy that, or, oh, you're trying to tell me I've missed out on all these really cool tools and things to do me felting. Do not worry, it is all still available. Well, not all of it, but some of it is still available on JewelleryMaker.com. And if you want to treat yourself to any of these these elements that we've had on today, they will be on at that price until 8 a.m. So get yourself ready and raring now, because I'm going to be making a phone call straight after the show to put in my orders for a few of the felting things. I'm going to be ringing in for some of the felt, because some of these colours I have not got in my stash at all. I could make this.
Yeah.
And that is using that new tool, don't forget. Well, yes, so much we've had on today. So if you are watching us now and you do want to treat yourself, remember £3.95 potion packaging. Make the most of it, because there's so much you can get. We've had storage, we've had genuine gemstones, we've had felt, we've had brand new launches, including that. Voila. Including these, which we've launched for you today. So we've had absolutely oodles on for you this evening, and in fact throughout the whole day. So do feel free to go and have a little look at JewelleryMaker.com. If you're watching on the repeat, you're a few moments away from those prices changing. So do ensure that you are checking out before 8 a.m. Tomorrow, you have got Zena and Rachel Norris on the morning. You've then got myself and Rachel Norris on the mid. And if you do want to have a little sneaky peek at some of the makes that Rachel Norris has created, and in fact some of Jan's for Sunday, then do feel free to have a little look on my Facebook page, Rebecca Redican, Facebook presenter, Rebecca Redican presenter. We've got some more Dremels on tomorrow. What time? 6 p.m. with Lucy. And who's Lucy on with? You were looking. Rebecca, yes, of course it is. She's your guest designer tomorrow evening. On the mid-show, we've got some faceted opal. We have also, they are incredible. We've also got some ceruleite as well coming up on the mid-show. And we've got copper metals and the lovely Rachel Norris and designs. What are you going to be up to with your day tomorrow? Are you going to be watching back on your show?
No.
No? No. Why not?
No. No. I shall be watching the show.
Oh, shall you?
I shall be working.
Yeah.
And then, and then I shall be sitting and tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Chris has just started clapping for no reason. Thank you. That is for a well done to Mel on our first proper kit, show. You have been absolutely brilliant, Mel.
Thank you. It's been fantastic. As I say, so I was a bit nervy to begin with.
No,
but
you have been absolutely fabulous.
Enjoyed it.
Really, really have. And don't forget that, we'll put all these pictures up on Facebook for you. Do you know when you're next on yet?
Yes, I'm actually back up with Zena on Monday.
Monday? This coming Monday?
Yes, yeah, that'd be lovely.
Well then, there you are. We have got so many more treats coming up for you over this weekend, do not forget, including that special treat, 5 o'clock on Sunday. But do not ye go anywhere, because if you are watching us live, you're about to head on back into more of the felting from today. Thanks for joining us this evening. It's been fab to be with you. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.